Yeah, probably.
Someone died, but it's on a separate thing.
True. Good point. Good point. Good times, great oldies. I don't have to worry about being as loud out here tonight because it's fucking Friday night. People hella party out here on Friday nights. So I can holler. I'm such an itchy person, man. I wish I wasn't, but I'm like a bear. I can never, like, I'm always scratching something on me.
Have you been trying that anti-itch body wash? Or?
Yeah. I've been using it. It helps a little. I have like fucking allergies.
You want to just Benadryl it up and
Yeah.
scream until the Benadryl kicks in?
Yeah, probably. Oh no.
Okay, it's just fine.
Oh no, it's happened already.
That's why I'm getting a bigger case for it, but that was a very short fall.
Yeah, alright. Great show tonight, thanks. It was fun tonight. Speak of the devil and he appears. Here he is, man. I'm here with a dose of VDS, bro. I'm here with a dose of VDS tonight, a little bit, dude. I got a little bit of VDS tonight because it's kind of like just doom scrolling, and I got a fucking Vosh Pit video called I'm Done. And it's him saying all of the shit that we said about Biden to him 3 months ago, but acting like it came from him. He's like, oh, Biden's closing the border. I remember we had this talk last time during Trump. It was like, only in cognitive dissonance liberal land could this be different. You know what I mean? It's just fucking hilarious, dudes. That's the VDS. Yeah, Vosh derangement syndrome. There's a streamer named Vosh, and I hate his guts. I've got the VDS real bad. Oh, thank you, darling.
Oh, you need your water, huh?
I've got a water.
Okay.
I brought our water out.
Yeah. The only thing that happened is it scuffed the metal on it. That's all. I don't know. I should be more careful.
Oh, it's okay.
It'll have a good.
You got your otter box coming. Just hope it stays intact. Is he obsessed with you? He's obsessed with ignoring me and not paying attention to the things that I said to him 3 months ago and pretending that it's his ideas. He's obsessed with that. Good old 99% Hitler's biting him in his posh ass, dude. This is just unbelievable. I don't even know what to say to this anymore. I'm so done. The millennial abdication. I'm so done. I can't even with this guy. Post-Vosh reconciliation. Vosh gonna have to come to me in supplication. He said some wild shit, bro. He told his fans, literally, go out and call this guy a fascist on his stuff for saying the same shit he's saying 3 months ago, bro. So that dude's gonna have to, like, he'll have to swallow his fucking pride a little bit. He wants any kind of reconciliation with me. But guess what? That dude don't want reconciliation because he's not a leftist. If he was a leftist, he'd see the value in being on good terms with me and everybody else. He probably could, but he's not a leftist. He's a liberal. Liberals know only one tactic: divide and conquer. That is why Vosh will upload a video on the Vosh Pit saying that Biden is unelectable, and then his next video will probably be called Vote Blue No Matter Who, Moron. There's no consistency because there's no basis for any of his political prescriptions. He doesn't read theory. According to his own fucking shit, he finds theory boring. The few times I've seen him quote theory, most of them are misquoted completely and utterly. He said some wild fucking shit. He said some wild shit about Marx saying that you should work with the corporatist party always, when Marx said you should only work with the corporatist party once a workers' revolution has taken place and the bourgeoisie is weakened. Then you work with them because you can use them to better the lives of workers. You don't ever work with, like, and that's just basic fucking, it's just like basic Marx. It's basic Marx. And the dude just, you know, he'll make up Marx quotes, or he'll read like a blurb somewhere and just kind of like extrapolate on it himself. The dude doesn't read theory. He's got no basis other than wanting to stay rich for his political ideology. And he's got a young and impressionable audience that follows him because he's got charisma, not because he's got good political prescriptions. And, you know, not a whole lot of them seem all that interested in calling him out on this left foot, right foot shit. Either we're voting for Biden or we're not, guy. Either Biden is 99% Hitler or he's 100% Hitler. I mean, I don't know how he's 99% Hitler on this border. Is that a Grateful Dead shirt? No, it's a Pink Floyd shirt. You look like you can cook some delicious barbecue. Bro, you're dead on. I don't even eat meat, but I did for a very long time. And dude, I'm the grill man. I'm the guy you want getting the ribs ready. I'm the guy you want to do the chicken up. I'm the guy you want to wrap up your fucking steak and babysit that bad boy. Do slow and low. Tri-tip. Bro's still streaming. Have you paused? Bro, I'm not going to come by your job and be like, bro's still making burgers. Have you paused? This is my job, bro. I'm not going to cruise by the Wendy's and say, bro's still making junior bacon cheeseburgers. Have you paused, my dude? This is my job. What do you mean, have I paused? There is no pause, bro. We're on that hustle. We're on that grind. Paul's about the bag, 100%. Rule number 1 of life, secure the fucking bag. Rule number 2, whatever you want after that. As long as you secured the bag, you can do whatever the fuck you want. If the bag's not secure, you got shit else to do but secure the bag. I don't want it to be that way. I don't like that it's that way, but I'm a fucking American, bro. This is how we work. You don't make money by sitting around on your ass and doing nothing all day, bro. People say that that's what we do. People say that that's what content creators do. No, we work, bro. We hustle. We grind. I did a 3-hour ideology earlier. I did a 6-hour show, and I'm probably going to do another 2 hours tonight. How do you feel about that? It's going to be a 10, 11-hour day for me today. But tell me I don't work. Queso from the 70s. Like I said, dude, I'm old enough to be Queso's dad. I'm Queso from the 80s. I was born in 1980. Just old enough to be Queso's papa. Dude, we did that. We did that on a desktop stream that I did not that long ago. We decided to check out the hood of Beverly Hills. Like the mean streets, not the good part, but the bad part. We couldn't find it though. We found 3 different Prada outlets though. We did find 3 different Prada outlets, and we counted about 150 pools. But we never did find that fucking Section 8 ghetto in Beverly Hills. We never did find that. I guess maybe the people that used to live in the ghetto in Beverly Hills, maybe they learned to manage their finances better. And they got them a mansion with a pool. Bad part of Beverly, that's funny. Yeah, I didn't say it. That's Vosh. That's Vosh, born in the bad part of Beverly Hills. That's Vosh. I'm a fascist for calling Biden a fucking scumbag warmonger. But when I do it 3 months later on my channel, it's just political prescriptions, my guys. No consistency and not a fucking ounce of shame, dude. If I ripped into somebody like that 3 months later, I was saying the same things that they were saying, bro, I'd have to say something. I'd have to say something to somebody. I'd have to be like, yo, guys, I was wrong about this shit. And I guess I gotta tell Paul I'm sorry, because fuck, man. This Biden shit, I didn't think it was gonna get this bad, but it is that bad. I don't know what even to say. Liberals are coping. Like, he was talking about how liberals just want you to vote for this guy. Like, when you bring up that this guy maybe is possibly too old, they wanna cope. I was like, wasn't that you 3 months ago? Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. 3 months ago, you said for your fans to come call me a fascist because I wasn't holding Biden's water. Now you want to do it 3 months later and look like a fucking brilliant revolutionary. You got a little speed bump in your past you need to get over, though. I think there's an apology at the very least due to another leftist that you told your fucking autistic fans to come and spam and call a fascist. My guy. The infamous slum of wretched hive and scum and villainy. Beverly Hills, yes. Read any interesting books lately? I'm reading the 48 Laws of Power right now. I've been aware of the book for a long time, but I never read it, so I'm reading that now. Are there actual poor parts of Beverly Hills? There has to be in every city, Section 8 housing. So there might be a couple poor people living in Beverly Hills. Yeah, we just couldn't find it. We just couldn't find it because all we kept finding was giant lots with big mansions on them and pools and Prada outlets and Rolex stores and stuff. We really couldn't find those Section 8 apartments that Bosch grew up in, the hood down there, you know? No, I mean, I wouldn't want somebody that's real impressionable to read the 48 Laws of Power, because it's very much it's not necessarily telling any lies, but it's very, very fucking solipsistic and sociopathic. It teaches you how to treat human beings like a financial resource and not like human beings. It teaches you how to enrich yourself at the expense of others. How to let others do the work and you take the credit and come out looking like a hero for it. It's the 48 Laws of Power, and there's no lie in it. It's something that I'm finding when I read it, I'm understanding the capitalistic mindset a little better, honestly. Can that be used for good? There are things in it that can be used to good. There's a lot of psychological manipulation. There's a lot of don't go to people. If you want something from someone, make them come to you. Then you have the power. And then if you could make whatever it is you want happen, then people will know that you're a man that they can come to and get things done. And then all of a sudden opportunity comes to you. You don't even have to look at it anymore. So capitalism, yeah, capitalism and power. So capitalism and rule, basically. Ruling over a company, ruling over a state. That is not some form of Satanism. This is an irreligious book that talks about how to be a business person that makes money and the difference between a good business person and a brilliant bad business person. The first story that's told at length in the 48 Laws of Power is the well-known story of Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla, absolutely brilliant, but dedicated to doing everything on his own. Edison, not even particularly gifted as an inventor, but dedicated to finding other people's inventions and slapping his name on it. And guess who won that? You got a limited amount of time on this earth, and if you try and do every fucking last thing yourself and you don't farm it out and you don't use other people's fucking talent, you're going to end up with a half-finished project and a dead body. Never outshine your master. Yep. I mean, it's all that type of stuff, man. It's all just like kind of like basic stuff, but all conglomerated in a way that if you listen to it, it'll tell you how to fuck people out of their work and be called a hero for it. That's the biggest dream in capitalism. Do you smoke weed? I'm gonna let you guess, bro. It's a 50-50. What do you think? Not to be standoffish, but what do you think about that? If you had to take a fucking random guess, bro, what would you say? If I just threw out the randomness. Do you smoke weed? Old hippie dude in a fucking tie-dye Pink Floyd shirt? Nah, man, never touch the stuff. Open up my inner eyes. I'm Mr. Brightside. Do 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 do. Yeah. Would you rather be Amish or Mormon? Amish. Wow, is that tobacco? It is, yes. It is, buddy. It's tobacco. Tomato and tobacco. I got here just in time, RC. I think you did, sir. We're gonna cash that bowl, and we're gonna back a fresh one. This is some frosty ass fucking moon rocks shit I've got ground up in here too, so this is no joke. I'll have to be careful with this one. It's gonna pop my head off if I'm not careful. I'm an old man. I usually don't do this infused shit, but what do you want me to do? I'm Mr. Brightside. Don't die. I won't. Don't worry. Gage, you're gonna get banned here too, bud. You're batting 1,000 today. That's the third stupid thing I've read for you and almost read because it sounded like a question. So one more and you're gone. You got banned tonight from fucking Deep Fat Fried after years and years. You're about to get banned again, man. I don't know if you're having a rough spot or You huffed a bunch of jankum today, or I don't know what's going on with you, bro, but you're on fucking notice, man. Next stupid thing that comes out of you, next unfunny joke, next meme from fucking 20 years ago, it's gone. You're gone. You're gonna have to get another fucking, you're gonna have to get yourself another fucking account. I'm sick of your shit, bro. Sick of seeing you every day, and everything that ever comes out of your mouth just stupid, off-topic shit. You've been warned. Oh boy, I did it now. I'm sorry. Yep. Don't be sorry, be better. Sorry doesn't mean really much for me. I don't know you from fucking Adam, but you're wasting my fucking time, and I'm sick of you doing it. So stop. By the way, if you're watching, what you just saw happen will get you so far in life. I don't think I was overly mean to Gage, but he now knows where he stands with me. There's no questions. There's no more testing. There's no room for him to exploit my kindness and my desire to be inclusive. He knows where he stands, and he won't pipe up again. And if he does, he'll be banned. That's how you handle people in life when you have to. Not everybody has to be handled that way, but sometimes you just got to be very fucking direct. Very direct. I'm a pushover. Does it sound like I'm a pushover? Why don't you try me one more time? Type something stupid and let's see who gets pushed over. Yeah, setting boundaries in your life and sticking up for yourself are the two best things that you'll learn how to do for yourself. Being nice only goes so far. I hate to say it. If you're nice all the time, you're a doormat for people that will just take and take and take. Jesus loves me. Why don't you clean up your church and come back and tell me Jesus loves me? Your church is rotten. Your church needs an enema. So I appreciate the sentiment, but you're not going to get any, you're not going to make any ground here with that. The words of your mouth fall dead to the ground. You want to tell me that Jesus is Lord and that he loves me? Clean up that church, man, because this house is fucked. The Lord's house is fucked. Filled with bigots, prideful men. Still gonna pray for you. Can't stop you from doing that. Might want to pray for your church, though. You're the angriest stoner I've ever seen. You haven't seen a lot of stoners, man. This idea that we're all just love and peace and flowers all the time, bro. That's from Cheech and Chong. Pushover, ban him. There I go. Pushed right over. What's wrong with you? God is great. God may be great, but his church is a mess. His church is filled with bigots, false prophets, prideful men, exclusion, otherization, gossip. His church is dirty, filthy, and wrong. Taylor, call him. Next sentence you better type better be grammatically correct, or you're gone. Nerd. Next thing David Tuck types better be grammatically correct, or he's gone. I'll clean it up. I'll do a whole show where all we do is clean the chat. I don't fuck around, man. This is not Skibbity Toilet. You can Skibbity scroll up. This is not even trolling, bro. This is not even trolling. Trolling is like an art form. Trolling takes like time, effort. This is just garbage, dude. This is just spamming the N-word, fucking Skibbity toilet, no punctuation, no capitalization, everything's misspelled. I'm sorry, dude. You want to talk to me? You got to maintain a simple standard, dude. You got to use your phone's tools like autocorrect and predictive text to hide the fact that you're retarded. Because when I see how retarded you are, it makes me want to ban you. It's a grade A entertainment. It's about to get better. There's about to be a purge up in here. Tripping? You think so? Yeah, that's another boundary, man. I don't let people skibbity toilet up my chat, bro. You don't know how to use punctuation. You don't know how to fucking write a sentence. You don't know how to basically spell and use all the tools that do it for you. Your retarded ass is gone. And I mean all you guys, these 3 words posts and shit, and the little emoji posts and stuff, bro. It's about to be Order 66 up in here. You're about to get cleaned, bro. Your preach is not wise. Okay, buddy. I just speak of ignorance. I speak of ignorance when I say that there's bigots and pedophiles and rapists all up in the church, and they're being sanctioned by the church. Why is that happening then? If I'm just not my preach is not wise. Why is the church such a soiled, bigoted garment? Why would Jesus turn his back on the church now? Why does the church use the Bible as a cherry-picking place for hatred and bigotry and otherization? When Jesus said you should love everyone and be amongst the least. These are not problems that I can solve for your church. So you don't want to hear the truth about your church, don't ask about it. You're on a different kind of arc these days? 100%, man. My mind is blown wide open. For the first time in my life, I know who I am and what I am. And I'm gonna explore my options, man. You know movie Idiocracy? Yes. We're living in it. So even if you haven't seen the movie, you know what it's about. The morons have taken over. And they rule it all now. And if I let them and just kind of giggled and was a nice guy, they'd take this chat over too, and they'd make it something I couldn't read, and they'd make it something I couldn't interact with. Because when you're too dumb to speak, what can you do but spam? When you can't spell, when you never learned how to punctuate a sentence, so it's just run-on misspelling nonsense, and you're too fucking dumb and too lazy to hit the fucking autocorrect button before you hit post, you got nothing for me, bro. You can't talk to me. I love your live streams. Thanks. You can't talk to me, bro. Skibbity scroll on. You're neat. Thanks. You ain't gotta be perfect, but man, you gotta at least try, man. I'm an old guy. I gotta be able to read what you're saying, or it's worth shit to me. I don't think it's necessarily comparable to Idiocracy. Well, you're wrong. The morons have taken over. The stupids all think they're smart. Dunning-Kruger rules the day. You got half of the country moronically lining up behind an orange peepaw with a poo-poo in his pants. And the other half lining up behind the other peepaw with a poo-poo in his pants. They're literally starting to call it Team Democrat, Team Republican now. It's literally just like a football game to you people. And the world is burning. And the young generation seems to be so fucking dumb that they can't type. You don't care? Then get the fuck out. Skibbity scroll up, bitch. Don't tell me you don't care. I don't want to hear any one of those words out of your mouth in that order. I don't and care are not allowed in this chat. If you don't care, skibbity scroll, bitch. Just curious, are you an LGBTQ supporter? Yes. I'm a bi guy, so I am LGBTQ, and I am a supporter. and an ally and all of that fun stuff. One of the most shameful things that the Christian evangelical church does now is this church by invitation only. This gays need not apply. Jesus would be right out amongst the homosexuals, right out amongst the prostitutes. And that's right in their Bible, and he tells them over and over to do it. But they want to put a sign on the front of their church, basically, that says gays can't come here. Christ would welcome everyone, no matter what. And if you were holding hands with a man when you came in, he'd said, "Come in, brother. Come in and get your fellowship. We love you here. We're all sinners here. You're welcome." If a trans woman or a trans man walked in, they'd say, "Come on in. We love you here. Jesus loves you. Here's where you get saved. We're all sinners and we love you." Two genders, dog. Too dumb to talk in here. Ban him. That's not a sentence. Two gender, dog. Wow, man. The eminent scientist has spoken. Get out. Get out. Too dumb to talk. Not allowed. It's Permanent Order 66 in here. We're changing the whole fucking like culture of this show. I'm taking a page out of the Vosh book, bro. Vosh had to go touch grass in Spain to get to this point. You're going to talk to me like you talk to people in the street. If you would walk up to a dude at the bus stop that you didn't know from Adam and say something, then you can say it in here. If you wouldn't say it to my face or to anybody's face, if it's skibbity toilet, if it's memes, if it's weird jokes from 90 years ago, you're done. I'm not even going to pay attention to you. I won't call you out anymore. My mods are now on permanent stupidity patrol. So you better clean it up. No more. You're not going to talk to me in any subtle sort of way that you wouldn't do if I was sitting at the fucking bus stop. And if you think I'm going to let the communication devolve to skibbity toilet here, you are wrong. If you would say this, if you would say a sentence to me, if you saw me walking down the road, you can say it in here. But we're not going to do internet over here. What happened? Don't ask dumb questions and start typing in full sentences. What happened was I got tired of reading half-baked sentences with no punctuation in them from kids. Kids who, if I were to talk to them in public, would say, "Yes, sir. No, sir." So you're going to talk to me like you would talk to me in the street, or you're not going to be in here. No timeouts either. Straight bans. No timeouts. I don't want to see anybody getting timed out. They're not going to boomerang back. You're stupid. You can't type in a full sentence. You don't use punctuation. You're gone. No question. 100% bans. Timeout button doesn't exist for the Spectres anymore until further notice. Full ban. If you're too stupid to talk, you're gone. You talk to me in any sort of way that you wouldn't say to me to my face in public, you're gone. You skibbity, you meme, you misspell things, you truncate things like you're still using T9 texting, you're gone. If you are too dumb, you are gone. Will not waste another moment of my time talking to people who can't talk. Tough guy, see, gone. That's a 2-word sentence. That's not a sentence. That's an incomplete sentence with no punctuation. You're too dumb to be in here. Bye. Nope, we're not banning for fun. We're banning for the good of the chat. We're banning so that when I read shit out of the chat, it's not shit that you would never say to a dude in the streets or anybody in the streets in person. You'll talk to me like you talk to any other person. I give you that same fucking respect and I expect it back at me. I don't skibbity toilet you. I don't talk stupid to you. I don't dumb everything down and T9 text at you. You get full, complete sentences from me. And if you're not willing to give it back, you're gone. That's tough. I'll show you tough. That's not a complete sentence. Bye. Keep going, dude. You got alts, I got time, dude. We'll see who ends up winning the time game. Let's do it. Keep coming back. Keep getting hidden until you stop being a skibbity. My live stream, I ask kids to share emojis so the kids self-report and my moderators block them all. Let me see if it'll work even though you just told it. Hey, if there's any kids in here, anybody under the age of 18, throw up some heart emojis for me. I want to know if there's some youngsters in here today. Can you throw up some heart emojis for me? If you're under the age of 18, we'd really love to see that. How many are in here? Anybody in here? We throw up some heart emojis, kids. You're on one tonight? Do you stream every night? Last night was the first night watching. I would like to watch on a non-purge night. Yeah, these purge nights gotta happen. Sorry. I know it's not the most entertaining show, but it's gotta happen sometimes, bro. This is a new rule. 100% enforcement, 24/7 every time I'm streaming. Anybody's too skibbity, I feel like you're too retarded to use autocorrect and predictive text, you're gone. You bring up a meme from 25 years ago, you're gone. That's just the way it is. Immediate, lightning fingers. Wait, is that what this stream is? That's what it has been for the last 10 or 15 minutes. I'm hoping it's not what it's gonna be all night. I'm seeing a lot more complete sentences. Yo, Paul, I wish I could stay, but I have to be up for work in the morning. Have a good stream, man. Good to see you again. Definitely subscribing. Cool beans, buddy. Have a good day at work. Purge is working. Look at all this. Complete sentences, punctuation, capitalization, all kinds of crazy shit's happening. It's almost kind of like everybody's capable of doing it. Damn, man, it's a live stream as well as your demeanor is sad. Get out. You don't like it, scroll up. Skibbity scroll, bitch. I'm not taking feedback either. Your feedback is scroll up. Or leave hit the monkey button, the thumb button that you guys think matters. Hit the monkey button. Thumb up, thumb down. That's all you get. I don't take feedback from people that don't do my job. You don't do my job. You know, if I came into your job and told you, hey, you need to put the mustard on before the ketchup, you'd tell me to go get fucked. You know how to make a burger, right? I just told you the same. Don't tell me what to do. Don't leave me your critiques. Scroll. You're not chained to this. There's a billion other people doing the same shit. Scroll up. Should we get the likes up? You can do whatever you want. I don't give a fuck here. Notice there's no monetization? You notice there's nothing that would help me out? It's nothing. I don't give a fuck here. You do what you want. Thumb it up, thumb it down, monkey button all you want. Just don't type like a retard in my chat. That ain't allowed. Hit the monkey button if you want. Smash your paw into the dislike button and then fucking scroll away, bro. Because I'm not trying to hear it. Almost 200 in the chat makes sense. It was getting messy. Yeah, it ain't messy anymore, though. Every one of these full sentences and everything, bro. Love your shirt listening now. Thanks. I like my shirt, too. Curious, would you debate Melanie Mack on anything? I don't know who that is. If you tell me who that is, I'll tell you if I would or not, but I don't recognize that name. Is this not a full sentence? No, it is. It's just not capitalized, but it's close enough. It's not skibbity toilet. It's readable. It's got punctuation. So what is this channel about? You're whatever, man. I read the chat. We talk about whatever you guys want. I'm an open-ass book. I'm pretty good at talking. So that's what this channel's about. All I ask is that you make an effort to type something that's legible and that you talk to me like you would if you saw me in the street. Those are the only boundaries here. You willing to do that? You can be here. You're just memeing, joking. Is no PFP bannable? Nah. I mean, if you want, I ain't gonna stop you. Might want to get a profile pic too, because people that are just making multiple alts tend not to take the time to put one. So if you actually use it, I'd say for the future, you probably want to get one. I'll say tonight, go easy on it. But yeah, for the next, if you're gonna come to the next one, you better have a profile pic. What did you have for dinner? I had a bean pasta salad. Pasta salad with white kidney beans and cucumbers and scallions and a sauce. Like a pasta salad kind of dish. Man, I'm curious what job, if any, do you work at? This is my job. I'm a content creator. I've been doing exclusive content creation for 13 years. Way longer than most people in the game. This is my like throwaway, fun time, wind down, chill out kind of stream. I don't monetize it. I make enough money doing what I do. Signed up for the Marine Corps. 1, 2, 3, 4. I love the Marine Corps. 1, 2, 3, 4. I love the Marine Corps. Oh, have you seen the Shia LaBeouf movie Honey Boy? No. How are we getting so many new people here? It's these fucking portrait mode streams. They're crazy, bro. I'm like in this fucking shorts algorithm. People are skibbity scrolling and they see me and they stop. It's fucking crazy. A lot of people haven't seen me in years. Yo, Poltergeist, do you listen to Nirvana or Alice in Chains? Both. I'm a kid of the 90s. I was 10 years old in 1990, so just that perfect age, man. Yeah, I love all that music. Like the coldest winter chill, heaven beside you, hell within. No side chatting, no PFP equals ban, bro. You got a toxic mod community. Peace the fuck out, bitch. Like I said, I don't take feedback here, so you're gone. Skibbity scroll on. No PFP equals ban. We don't do alt accounts here. We don't spend our time farming them. You don't got a profile pic. I'd make sure what I posted was fully legible. You want to throw up some like heart emojis and whatnot? Do it in somebody else's chat, bro. This is not a skippity. This is not Twitch chat. This show does not work if people are not throwing out decent full sentences and ideas for what they want to hear me talking about. That's how this show works. Don't skibbity my toilet. Grammarly is a free app that you can download that'll fix pretty much everything you ever tried and type on your phone. You're right, Paul. I'm skibbity scrolling, and the AI brought me back to your loving embrace. Have you ever noticed that your voice sounds just like queso? No, I have not noticed that. Running on 2 hours of sleep. Is this the amazing atheist? That's a ban. That's a meme. If you wouldn't walk up and say it to me in public, you wouldn't type it in here, that's a ban. That's a fucking stupid ass meme. That's a time waster. That's a ban. I'm gonna have to fucking look up this queso guy. He's pretty funny. I like queso. I don't mind being compared to him. We're both fat beardy guys, you know, and we're kind of funny. Yeah, he's a streamer. He's a skibbity streamer. Do you play Fortnite? Oh, God, no, man. Fuck no. What a waste of time, bro. You kids with your fucking FPSs nowadays, there's a couple FPSs that I think take mad skill to play, like fucking, what's that one? The fucking military one that's on Steam or whatever the fuck. I don't get into you modern games and stuff, but if you play that, you got some skill. But dude, if you're running around in skibbity fucking Fortnite and you think they made that game hard, bro, that's a game that you put on your fucking iPad so that your fucking 3-year-old will play it all day, bro. You outside like a creep, get the fuck out. Skibbity scroll. I literally will not waste time on anything that's free to play. Yeah, I don't blame you. Played any MMOs recently? Yeah, kinda. I've been playing Star Citizen on and off. Kind of trying it out as they update it. You ever play older RPGs like Mass Effect or Fallout New Vegas? Dude, those are relatively new RPGs for me. I've been playing video games since 1986. And I do it, it's my main hobby since then. I never stopped playing. I played it all, dude. Those are relatively new games for me. I'm fucking 44. I've been playing since I was 6 years old. Almost 40 years worth of fucking gaming, dude. Older RPGs that came out in like 2010. It's like, yeah, I know. Well, that's it. They are, though. Xbox 360 is an old ass console now. It's just not old to people that have been playing games a long ass fucking time. Yeah, Mass Effect is 2007. Fucking a lot of that shit is like the 2000s, bro. Yeah, I was a closed beta tester, open beta tester, and player of WoW for the first 2 years that it was retail after that. And I kind of went back a couple times, but it's pretty shitty. It's a pretty shit game. I was 12, Fallout 3 came out, now I'm 28. Yeah, dude, I know. Time be flying, right? Do you raid in vanilla? A little bit. Not very seriously. I did a couple Molten Core runs and got to, what's his name? I can't remember his fucking name. He's not the end guy, but like Archduke, whatever the fuck he was, big flame guy. Killed some of the big dogs or whatever down there, but yeah, I didn't do any serious raiding shit. What are your thoughts about Fallout the show? I haven't watched it, so I couldn't tell you. You got yourself a little whiskey sour there?
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'll be high as fuck and get a little toasty.
Well, you're gonna play the Elden Ring DLC? I haven't even played Elden Ring yet, dude. Not a big fan of Dark Souls. I love hard games, but I just don't like being depressed and grayscale, broken fucking fantasy world game that it's just so depressing. I hate how, like, obtuse the lore is, too. Nobody can ever, like, you never get, like, a decent lore dump. It's always just like, I heard that women dance with the windmills in South Machula. Maybe they're tempting the wind. Or maybe they're just insane. Like, there's never, like, nobody ever tells you anything about the fucking world. Everything is just tumbled down, broken fantasy world trope. I don't like, you know, like, none of the characters in them are memorable, I mean. Like, it's always just, like, some fucked up person rambling incoherently about some myth or some shit that there's no way to find out about any deeper than a puddle. It's just like, I like The Witcher 3. Played the fuck out of The Witcher 3, but you take or leave the other Witchers. Your interest in video games waned over the years, as they have for me. By just getting older, or games getting worse? Yeah, I mean, overall, I think games have taken kind of a plunge. The introduction of all this, like, microtransaction shit and, like, holding back DLC that would have been in a normal game so you can sell a whole, like, another chapter fucking for $50 2 months later. None of that shit used to exist in video games, and anybody that skibbity toilets and tells you that it's better that way is fucking retarded and coping, okay? But I think there's still a lot of very good video games being played, or being made and played, I guess. Like, there are more, like, indie video games being made now than at any point in human history. That means a lot of shitty games, but it means quite a few hidden gems and games that are real fun. Same with movies. Movies have by and large gotten unimaginative and derivative, but there's still a lot of art house type places, A24, Blumhouse, that are making like really compelling fucking movies. So, all entertainment has gotten worse as developers have pursued new ways to shake down their patrons. Yeah. Yeah, lots of great foreign films, lots of great indie stuff. Music is the same way. I mean, I don't know if you guys realize it, but you're living in a renaissance time for music makers and producers. It has never been easier to get your hands on some really, really high quality beat making programs and make your own fucking music. It's never been cheaper and never been easier. What people used to pay $75 an hour for, studio time, you can just pay a few $100s and have the studio in your house. Have a favorite A24 film? Probably Midsummer. Not seen the Civil War movie yet, no. So like all of this, like kind of like there are bright spots to look at, right? There's a lot of political doomerism that goes on, and I tend to agree with most of it. But we're living in the midst of a renaissance, and nobody's talking about it. We're literally living in the midst of a new renaissance where average people have more tools than ever to teach themselves to make wonderful art, and things that used to be excluded from the masses are now widely available and easy to use. So if you've ever had a dream of making your own movie and just releasing it and seeing what happens, there's never been a better time in human history for you to do that than today. And the only better time will be tomorrow. Okay? It's just like easier, cheaper, more attainable than it has ever been. And nobody talks about it. Everybody wants to talk about how art sucks now. Nobody talks about the fact that we're living in the midst of what they're going to call a renaissance in 100 years. In 100 years, they're going to look at this explosion of art that happened during this tumultuous period, and they're going to call it the second renaissance. What's your opinion on AI voice covers? Don't really care. I think they're kind of cool, actually. What'd you say, baby?
Oh, do you think movies will start getting shorter? Because it seems like there's a little trend of them
Yep.
getting longer right now. Do you think it's going to go back to the
Yeah.
90 minutes? It's
People's
kind of
sensibilities will
people-
change. Hollywood will be chasing the squirrel, chasing that fucking feedback loop. And yeah, things will get shorter. Comedies are coming back again. We're starting to see actually funny movies coming back. Funny properties.
And
And
like attention span wise, do you think?
yeah, you're talking like 90-minute films? Yeah. Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Because, I don't know, that Killers of the Flower Moon, you definitely felt all 3 hours and change of it.
Oh my God, man, that was a slog. No technology is good or bad. It simply is. It's a tool. So it's like you used to have to paint with a carefully put together and handmade horsehair brush. And then people started inventing mass manufactured brushes in all sizes that were more durable than horsehair and more long lasting and easier to clean. And I'm sure a lot of artists back there that were painting with horsehair went like, oh, now everybody can do it. Now it's just bullshit. But the truth of the matter was, it was just another evolution in the art form. And the artists that were working at that time that picked up that new art form probably made a lot of fucking money. They're probably a lot of the most famous artists that you know. Right? I try and teach people all the time about like the Dadaist movement, right? I'm a big Dadaist. Dadaist movement happened in Germany and Greater Europe. And it was a movement that was against the kind of like stodgy portraiture that art had been since the Renaissance. There was this kind of painting and that kind of painting, and if you didn't do that or this, you were wrong. Dadaists came along and said, anybody can make art, and anything that I make and say is art is art. And a lot of people said, oh, that's shit, oh, that's stupid, Dadaism is retarded. But it functionally changed the landscape of art. It came at a time when art had gotten stodgy and exclusionary, and it revivified an art scene that was dying. So that's how I feel about art in general. I'm a Dadaist.
Well, like the worry about like AI like being derivative, there was a lot of like famous painters where a lot of their stuff was done by their like followers.
Yes.
So like there's Da Vinci's that were done by his what would you call it?
His contemporaries or his pupils or people that studied under him. Yeah. His apprentice. Yeah. Paul, have you seen X and Pearl yet? These are bad questions, man. I'm sorry. Have you seen questions? If the answer is no, like it is in this one, I just wasted time reading a sentence just to tell you no. Talk about concepts. Don't ask me if I've seen or if I've played. Makes for a way better answer. But to answer your long-ass paragraph of shit where you talked about a movie and then explained a bunch of shit, no. See why you don't want to waste your time doing it? Negative criticism is fun to write and to read, but in truth, the average piece of junk is worth more than the criticism designating it so. Yes, of course. I mean, people have found ways to monetize critique and criticism, but it is one of the most worthless aspects of artistic expression. An art critic is one of the most stupid and redundant job descriptions. Somebody that will look at it and claim that they have the gravitas because they read the art books to say this is art, this is high art, this is garbage. So many artists were not understood in their time because stodgy people with no imagination were in control of the art world. So people like Pablo Picasso. Pablo Picasso died a pauper because his work was not appreciated in his time. Vincent van Gogh, the same, died even poorer than Picasso. Picasso got a little bit of recognition in his life. Vincent van Gogh got none, and his art was excoriated by art critics. Called childlike, called sloppy. Jean-Michel Basquiat, my favorite fine artist, was called all kinds of horrible things. They used to call him a primitive or whatever because he was black. They said that his paintings were like the finger paintings of a child with no artistic merit. He's now one of the most collected fucking artists in the world, and his paintings are some of the most expensive that you'll find anywhere. So what you should learn from those stories and a million others that I could throw at you is that the critic is worthless. And that means you too. This idea, like there's this weird idea about content creators that like, why don't you take some criticism, bro? I'll tell you why I don't really do it all that often. Because it's worthless. Because it's like, I would rather hear you fart. Because at least I might get a smell of something. Your critique, I've made my whole fucking career not listening to you. Sometimes explicitly doing what you told me not to. That's why, like, when people are like, dude, you need to start doing this. I'm like, dude, if you're doing this as long as I've been doing, I'll listen to you. But guess what? You ain't. There are probably 25 people on the planet that I would want to listen to about podcasting. One of them's Joe Rogan, okay? You're not Joe Rogan. You've got a little podcast that gets 20 views. Good on you, but I don't want to hear your feedback on mine. Any more than you want to hear my feedback on how long you've got to sizzle that burger before you put it on the bun. I assume you know. Assume I know. Yeah? It's a weird thing, man. People are all like, because for the first time in history, humanity has had their inner critic unleashed. You can do live streams like this where people talk right to you, so you feel like now, surely, of all times, my status as a critic matters, but it matters less than ever. Critique, art critique, you deciding what you like and don't like about what I do matters less than at any point in human history. 30, 40 years ago, I would have needed to keep every last one of you, and I would have sucked your ass and sucked your balls too. But now you're a dime a dozen. Of the almost 200 people in here, half of you might just be bots, bro. That game is over, and you guys want us all to like soak up critique from people that don't know what they're talking about. Your criticism might be worth something to you, but it is worthless to me. I have never one time had somebody that didn't podcast come tell me, here's how you should change your show, and done it and had it make me any money. I'm your neighbor. Hi. Sorry if you can hear me bitching out here. It is Saturday, though. I'm having a one-man party on my porch. I don't know if you're actually my neighbor, but if you are, yeah. I live next to you. Okay, cool. Hello. It's a 180 person party in my backyard. Yeah. You don't take construction criticism? No, I don't. Do you understand? You said construction criticism. I believe you meant constructive, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt on that. No, I don't take constructive criticism from people I don't know and don't trust. Do you? So if I came into the store that you work at and I said, hey, constructive criticism, you might want to cook that burger a little different. Do it like this. You'd be like, thanks, man. I'm going to do that. You'd probably say, shut the fuck up, sir. I know how to flip a burger. I did 150 today. That would be constructive. What if it saved you a couple seconds each burger? You still want to hear it? Or do you think you got it handled to make your burger? That's one of those things, that constructive criticism thing. That's new, that people are supposed to sit around and say that. You're mean? Nah. I'm just direct.
It's like if your boss giving you constructive criticism.
Oh yeah, I'd listen the fuck out of that.
You know, provided that they've worked your role before.
Yeah.
Just given decrees.
The dude that pays my bills comes and gives me constructive criticism, I'll listen. The unfortunate part for people that want to give me constructive criticism is I'm the dude that pays my bills. So I really don't want to hear it. I clearly don't need to hear it. Right? I've been doing this 13 years with no feedback taken whatsoever. I do what I want. You don't think I can keep doing that? See, this is what I'm saying. Like, people in this, like, lockdown kind of situation where they think their critique matters because they're on the internet now and they got a Facebook or they got a Twitter or they got a Tumblr or whatever fucking thing they're using. They think you've got something to tell me about something I've been doing 13 years? If I came to your job and tried to tell you what was what and you've been working at 13 years, you'd tell me to go get fucked. But for some reason, I'm supposed to sit here and take constructive feedback from people? No. Fuck you. I get my own constructive feedback. You don't tell me to calm down, you're banned. Gotta make another fucking alt now. Don't tell me to calm down. You don't like what you're seeing, skibbity scroll. Scroll it up. Scroll it up, roll it up, smoke it up, inhale, exhale. Don't fucking tell me shit. Don't quote me, boy, because I ain't said shit. You got nothing to say to me, bro. You've been a 13-year plus content creator. I'll learn from you. Till then, shut up. Your criticism is not constructive because it assumes a bunch of shit you don't know. If you knew how to make a big, long-term, successful show, you'd be doing that, not lurking my chat. So keep your criticism. I don't need it. Just being real with you. Just, being real with you in a way that other content creators will, like, stroke your ego and tell you, we love your feedback. Like, no, we don't. You know who I take feedback from? My patrons. People that actually pay my bills. They got something to say, I might consider it. In the skibbity goddamn fucking chat over here, though, you want to give me a paragraph of constructive criticism? What if you surround yourself with yes men? I got one yes man. Me. I'm a business owner. I make the decisions. I'm my own yes man. I go, I think I want to do this. And I go, yes. That sounds like a great idea, Paul. And you know what? For 13 years, it's fattened my wallet. You want me to change course? You better be way more fucking popular and successful at this and have a longer time under your belt than me. And like I said, there's probably 30 people on the planet I'd listen to. And you ain't one of them. None of them are in here. Is this a live stream? Yes, sir, it is. Is there a capitalist at heart? What else could I be? I was raised in America. If you don't hustle here, you die. So what else could I be? Do you think I live in a log cabin and grow my own food? Can't really do that in America anymore. So what was my choice? You want me to be bad at it because I don't like it? No. I wonder why YouTube's algorithm is suggesting me all these live rants tonight. Maybe you needed to hear some ranting, bro. I don't know. Why even be self-employed if your audience dictates everything about your job? Yeah, dude, if I wanted to fucking work for somebody, I'd go get a job. I own my own shit, and every decision I've ever made has been apropos of nothing in the chat. I've never had a chatter say, you guys ought to do this, and went, it just doesn't work that way, guys.
You said before, like, people don't know what they want to see.
Yeah. The job of an entertainer is to give people what they want to see, not what they think they want to see. If people controlled creatives, there would be no art left. I want to see this. If you don't challenge people, if you don't go your own way as an artistic person, you literally, yeah, see, like that your daddy shit, dude. You would not walk up to me at the bus stop and be like, you're daddy. So don't type it in here, bro. This fucking like online brain skibbity toilet autistic shit, bro, it's retarded. You would not ever walk up to me up in the street and say, your daddy. Your daddy.
Well, there's people out there that would.
Well, if they did, they'd get told to fuck right off. Get out of my face. Don't be stupid with me in public. I don't know you. You don't know me. Get the fuck out. But some reason you come up in the chat and you hide behind your little thing. You think you're going to talk that way. I got fucking mods in here to take care of that shit.
You ever been catcalled on the street before?
Daddy's so assertive. Banned. Yeah, I've been catcalled at, yeah. Banned. Look at this. My numbers just keep going up as I banned retards. Isn't that crazy? Are you a racist? Can you type YOU? I want you to type that again, but do a full sentence. This is not T9 text day. You don't have to use the word you. You can type YOU. Predictive text will do it for you. Don't type like you're T9 texting on a Nokia, dude. It's 2024. You want to ask me a full question with no you in it? I'll answer it. Can you please tell me that word? You've used it a lot and I get basically what it means through context, but I can't spell it. What is it? Apropos. So it's A-P-R-O-P-O-S. It's a French word that means, basically it's like apropos of nothing, would mean like that it's completely has nothing to do with the topic at hand. What do? You're looking at it. I stream for a living. I've got a podcast called Deep Fat Fried that pays my bills, and I do this for fun. Paul's clean up the chat night. It's going to keep going, I think, for a few days, but at the end of it, it'll be better. We're going to keep it just implemented that way. That's a new rule. I'm stealing it from Vosh, man. He touched grass in Spain, and he figured out that his chat being full of skibbity toilet autism all day was making it really stupid to interact with his chat. Are you Sigma? Banned. That's a middle schooler. Get out. And if you're not, grow the fuck up. If you were to do a landscape stream, would that pull you out of the algorithm? Yeah. If I turned my phone before I started the stream, I'd have about half this amount of people in here at best. And we really would be, it'd be like 3 or 4 of us alone with the guy with 15 alts that keeps getting banned over and over. What happened with the Drunken Peasants podcast? That was 8 fucking years ago, bro. If you haven't found one explanation of it in 8 years. I don't really feel like explaining it again, bro. It's been fucking 8 years. Speaking of Vosh, do you think he'll come around to the lesser of two evils voting? He already is. Go to the Vosh pit. There's a video where he's talking about how he's done simping for Biden now. 3 months after he called me a fascist for refusing to do so. He's calling out liberals and their willingness to make excuses for Biden. So yeah, I know he already has come around to the way of, and I told everybody, by the way, that he would. You can find that. But yeah, he's acting like he's been that way the whole time. Do you like the influx of people? Honestly, I do. There's a lot of people from all over the world that talk to me, and it's really fun to talk to them. But the skibbity meme shit and the T9 texting, typing like my mom T9 texting me back in 2003, bro, I can't handle it, dude. Later. I can't do it, dude. It's not T9 no more, guys. You got predictive text, you got autocorrect, you got fucking Grammarly, you got any number of things so that you don't have to do see you later. Cool. Paul, would you say you lean into libertarian views? I'm libertarian on a lot of things. I don't think the government ought to be in your bedroom. I don't think the government really ought to be all that closely in your personal business at all. So I'm a pretty staunch libertarian on a lot of things. I'm a free speech libertarian. I'm a freedom of expression and association libertarian. I don't think the government needs to be policing that. Consenting adults is where I draw the line. You got 2 adults, they decide they want to do something that affects nobody but them, they can do it. That's how I'm a libertarian. You think having more leftist parties represented in America would help? Probably, yeah. I'm legitimately a really bad speller, like it might be a slight retardation actually, so it's appreciated. I just get my idea. Okay, buddy. You need to do predictive text. The little squiggly red line doesn't mean good word choice. It means you misspelled some gobbledygook and you made a run-on sentence, my dude. You don't have to be a good speller anymore. That's why there's no excuse. Like, you can literally type some skibbity toilet shit and your phone will change it to something that's fucking at least readable instantly before you even post it. So there's no excuse to type like you're T9 texting me. Okay? What do you think about the CPS system? Woefully underfunded and used as a fucking bludgeon against people far too often. There's no repercussions for calling in a false CPS report that I'm aware of. Now, if you do it over and over again, they'll probably prosecute you for it. But if you call on somebody's kids and the agents show up and found nothing but healthy kids, you ought to be fucking fined for wasting the time of the state and sending somebody to look at some kids and alleging shit that's sticking your nose in other people's fucking assholes and sniffing their business.
Yeah, the difference is the mandatory reporter. They want mandatory reporters to do it whether they're sure.
I was a mandatory reporter every fucking year I worked at the school district. You have to be. I'm all for mandatory reporters.
In that case,
they'd rather check and see everything's
Yeah.
fine than
Yeah,
not.
of course.
So. But yeah, if you're just using it as a weapon.
If you're using it as a weapon against somebody, you should be fined. If CPS shows up and finds no problems and nothing you alleged happening, you should just be outright fined a couple grand. So that you know next time you feeling vengeful and spiteful, you don't pick up the phone and call CPS. Same thing with cops. You're one of these people that uses 911 like it's your personal skibbity toilet thing to use against your neighbors and shit. You start making phone calls and the cops have to come out and handle something that your adult ass should have handled yourself. You need to start paying for that cop visit. I guarantee you at $1,000 a pop, you're going to stop calling and wasting people's time. Paul, if there's a realistic chance that a socialist party in the U.S. could get to the debate, would you consider voting for Biden?
Huh? How does that make any sense?
Dude, what a waste of time. My neighbor one time called the police on me for yelling. The cops were not thrilled. Of course they weren't. They're fucking bored as fuck. They showed up thinking at least they could help somebody, and it turns out they didn't need you because your fucking neighbor's a retard. And so that neighbor should have had to pay for that call. Ma'am, don't pick up 911 unless there's a verified emergency. There'll be $800 on your account. You can pay it at the fucking courthouse. Don't do it again.
Well,
You know how quick just something simple like that would stop this bullshit?
Well, the thing too is those calls. That's how like people get hurt by the police because they're like, "Oh no, it's a situation. It's nothing."
Yeah. Some neighbor will get pissed off, call the cops, be vindictive about it. So I think somebody's in a fight. Cops bust in here like somebody's getting killed and accidentally shoot your dog or shoot you or hurt your family. $800 every fucking time you do it. And if you do it 3 times, you go to jail. It's a great idea, actually. Oh, I got tons of great ideas. Just nobody, they're all reasonable too, but nobody cares. I think honestly, a lot of people like living in a mist of unreality. I think there's a lot of people that fear the idea of accountability to the point where they will just defend the stupidest fucking shit till the day they die because they don't want to ever be accountable for anything they do. They want it on the table to be vindictive and call CPS on somebody and not have any repercussions for that. They want to be vindictive and use 911 like it's your personal gossip line and have cops bothering to come out to your house all the time to look at nothing. These things are supposed to be for people that are in emergencies, who are dying or in threat of dying. They're not supposed to be so you can have an argument with your fucking neighbors and watch through your fucking curtain while the cops talk to them and get annoyed and walk away and do nothing.
And they have non-emergency lines.
Yep, they've got a non-emergency line, but you know what a cop is going to tell you when they pick up a non-emergency line and you say, "My neighbor said a mean word"? They're going to say, "Work it out like an adult. We don't have any cop cars that are policing mean words today." But a 911 call, they're going to send somebody because they want to make sure nobody's getting murdered. You waste my money because I paid for that fucking call, so you pay for the call now. You call 911, you better be damn good and fucking sure somebody needs help now. If it's just some fight with your boyfriend or something that the cop has to come and be your mama and your dada, he'll do it. But guess what? You're going to get a bill in the mail for $800 for that visit. Yes, people called 911 dispatch. Dude, we covered a story a few months ago about a person that called 911 dispatch because McDonald's was out of chicken nuggets. No joke.
The complaint line.
Yep. This motherfucker went through the drive-thru, was told they were out of nuggets, said, "What am I supposed to feed my family?" They said, "I don't know, sorry, we're out of nuggets." She pulled forward and called 911. 911, what's your emergency? Yes, I'm in the drive-thru for McDonald's and they were refusing to give me nuggets and I don't know what I'm supposed to feed my children. Not even fucking joking, bro. No memes.
With other fast food places. You can go to the Walmart and get frozen.
Yep. When the cops showed up, the person that called had a fucking outstanding warrant and went to jail. This is how stupid people are, bro. And the taxpayers paid for that nonsense. $800 a pop. Every time your retarded ass butt dials 911 with some bullshit. $800. I do this for my job. I don't come into the burger shop and ask, "Do you sleep, bro? Every time I come in the burger shop, you're here flipping burgers." This is my job, bro. What do you expect me to do? Not hustle? Get over it. We waste more money on the military. Oh my God, don't even get me started on that waste. They're just like hand in glove. There's just straight up fraud, bro.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I got this buddy that makes toilet seats, and
Yep.
he'll sell them to you for $200. It's literally what they've done. They
Yep.
bought $200.
Yeah,
toilet
it's a
seats.
$15 toilet seat.
Yeah.
Yep. World's Dumbest Videos aired that McDonald's video. A video where a guy called the cops for being kicked out of a buffet. Yep. Greetings from Belgium, lad. Hello, Belgium. Greetings from California. It's nice to meet you. Really like what you're doing here. The conversations are very interesting and informative. Love it. Cool. Well, make sure you subscribe, bud. You're welcome here, and you're welcome to participate or lurk at your leisure. Is there any final solution to the stupids problem? Eugenics. I don't think you can like guarantee that no stupids will exist, but there are certain like genes probably that are tied to lower IQ, lower spatial awareness and stuff. I'd be perfectly fine in the future with some ethics, making people so that they don't have to live under the veil of ignorance for the rest of their lives. I think that would be just a benefit to humanity in general. Because I got to tell you guys, the five or six of us that are dragging the rest of these fucking monkeys through the muck, dude, we're not getting very far, man.
But reducing stupidity would not decrease suffering.
No.
Because the ignorant are the happiest.
Right. Yeah, well, I don't know. If they could be happy and not negatively affect every aspect of my existence with their fucking stupidity, I wouldn't be for it. But I'm sorry, your ignorance being bliss doesn't mean that you get to push your ignorance into my backyard and make me have to fucking pay for it and deal with it, bro. I'm straight up for eugenics, bro. I don't think human beings should be rolling the dice on birth. There's just no point. Man is spitting facts. Of course I am. Lots of European countries already have de facto eugenics laws, pro-eugenics laws. Like, do me a favor, go to Norway and find someone with Down syndrome. Find a Norwegian man or woman that has Down syndrome. I'll save you the time and money. You won't find a single one. Babies with Down syndrome are not born in Norway. Come on, though. No, type a whole sentence or you're banned. My Downs baby with a heart defect who's gonna die at 22 is such a blessing. Sweden had eugenics until the 70s. They still do. Soft eugenics. It's just making it available and making it a cultural fucking norm for women not to bring a Harlequin baby into the world and call it a blessing. In Europe, we have those people, but they are in homes. Yeah. They're not in homes here. They live among us. Stupid, illiterate people that will believe anything that they're told by the strongest personality they can find on whatever fucking website or streaming platform or news organization will tell them exactly what they want to hear, and they will just spin their wheels in the mud for their entire lives. There are tons of people with Down syndrome in Norway. I know because I live there. No. I'm going to go ahead and say no. I'm going to go ahead and say Norway is one of the places that functionally eliminated Downs. There might be Downs babies born there every once in a while, but it is nowhere near as prevalent as it is in most other Western countries. Not compared to the US. Absolutely not, dude. You might have met a Downs person over there. You might have met one or two in your life. They're not everywhere. bring back natural selection. Natural selection is, we can't bring that back. We escaped natural selection. We escaped the state of nature as soon as somebody planted seeds and started mass farming more food than they could eat. Human beings escaped the cycle of death and degradation that is known as the state of nature as soon as the first fucking human being planted seeds and grew more food than they could eat. As soon as we figured out how to grow food at a surplus, we were no longer at the whim of nature. And you can't put that genie back in the bottle ever. Water down the wrong pipe. Mayday, mayday, water down the wrong pipe. Oh, we're good. We're screwed? I don't think so. I don't think, you know what? I used to be that guy, dude. I used to be the guy that walked around and said how screwed we were all the time. And I still say it. I'm not saying I never say it. But I don't necessarily believe that. I think that there's quite a few paths that give us a hard or soft landing out of some of the things we're facing. I unfortunately do believe a lot of people are going to die in the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years here on this planet. A lot of people. But I do think that there's a lot of hope that we pull up out of the nosedive, maybe enough to do a hard landing and reassess. You're still that guy? I mean, you can tell me what I am if you want, bro. If that's how you want to waste your sentence, you can tell me who I am. I'd kind of take you at your word if you told me that you changed your kind of perspective on things, but you can call me what you want, bro. Once we have control over most new humans' DNA at birth, how long do you think it will be before our descendants are something that we do not recognize as human? It won't be long. Yeah, gene editing is, you're not going to put that genie back in the bottle too. China has already claimed to be growing humans. They've already said that they've successfully cloned, and if they are willing to provide the backup for that like they did, and they say they've only done it once for research purposes, they've done it probably 100,000 times. And the United States has probably done it too. It's just something that's going to happen. I'm not saying China has some big vats where they're growing humans. I'm saying that China several years ago claimed to have mapped the human genome and cloned the first human. And it was a big hullabaloo because scientists went fucking nuts. But if they've done it once, they've done it 100 times. And if they've done it 100 times, they've done it at least 10,000 times. And the United States has done it too. People are just like, they think that the United States and the military-industrial complex shares with them everything that they've got, every technological breakthrough that they're exploiting as soon as it happens. Like, they really think that on the internet, they're going to get on their Twitter one day and it's going to say, like, breaking. Gene editing creates super soldiers that don't get tired and don't need to eat or sleep for days. You think they're going to tell you that? If you want to have an idea of where you stand technologically, take a look at, well, like, let's say I'm a normal guy, but I'm rich as fuck, right? So money's not really an object, okay? What is the most kind of like, name me the like 3 big high-tech things that you know I would have, right? Some big technology stuff, right? Like, I think about Bill Gates. I used to live in Bellevue, like just a few blocks from Bill Gates' compound in Bellevue, Washington. And that compound apparently has like a tag that you have to wear if you're a visitor, and it only allows you entry to certain parts of the house, and it tracks your movement, and it provides feedback about where you need to go in the house and where you can find this, that, or the other. So that, right? drones patrolling the airspace around your house, right? That can see people coming from miles and miles off. A state-of-the-art thermal imaging security system that alerts a crack security team if anybody comes within a mile of your border, right? All of this stuff, right? And if I can go out and I can buy all that on the commercial market, the safe assumption, if you want to be smart and you want to know what the reality is to assume that the American military has whatever that is 10 years in the future. To give you an example, a big, obvious example of this, the internet. So the DARPANET, which was the internet, was started by DARPA in 1971. The government was using the internet for almost 2 decades before it ever released commercial internet. Almost 2 decades before people could access any aspect of what we now call the internet. So what you need to know is that when we're talking AI, for example, right? People go like, oh, ChatGPT is just a rudimentary search engine, blah, 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 right? You know ChatGPT's biggest contract is with the Pentagon, right? So if that is what they're letting you monkey around with for free, what do you think they've got with the Pentagon? GPS is another fantastic example. GPS was widely used by the military as early as I think 1972. Only really became available to the general public in the mid-90s, and even then. See what I mean? You can buy these super fast, super long range, high powered drones, right? I can just go spend like $8,000 and get a fucking drone thing with like goggles on so I can see where it flies and like control the pitch and yaw with my head, right? I can just go buy that if I got $8,000, right? The military's got whatever that is 10 years in the future. And they're not going to give it to you until they've got something that's 10 years in the future from that. Computers. You think that if you go out and spend $8,000 on a top of the line 4090 rig with fucking 16 cores and 90 gigs of fucking DDR12 RAM and fucking just everything, you think you've got like the best computer money can buy, the best computer on the planet? Dude, the Pentagon is working with whatever that is 10 years in the future, right now. If they ever give it to you, right? Yeah, most of the time they do. Once it becomes, because like there's a lot of money to be made on all of that stuff I'm mentioning. But they're going to make sure that they have hegemony first before they release it to the wider world. It's a state secret. 10 years, a pretty consistent bet. Yeah, it might be 5, it might be 15, it might be 20. But I think 10 years is about the average. Bro, I work for the government. ... It's not that good, my guy. Ban him. Too stupid to talk to me, bro. I work for the government. It's not that good. Yeah, you got top level security clearance, right? You've got like alpha level security clearance over at the Pentagon, right? And you're trolling in my chat tonight? Get out. The government isn't going to use its most advanced technology in the office setting, nor is it going to let fucking average people work on it or contractors look at it or know it exists. The only people that will know this shit exists are people with the highest levels of security clearance. Grunts that are sworn to secrecy and that will go to jail forever if they keep one word about it. That's it, man. If you're a part of a certain military operation, you might get to see some of this shit. But if you're not, and let me tell you guys, nobody in here is, then you got nothing to say. I used to work for the government, bro. Submarines, nuclear weapons, take any big, giant, modern, emergent technology, quantum computing, voice recognition software, retina scanning, distant far long distance retina scanning for the purposes of biometric identification. They're doing it all. They've got it all, and it's unimaginable. Government employee employs a lot of people. Only a tiny list of people get top level ultra black ops security clearance or whatever the fuck. There's shit that people that have the highest security clearance never get told about. There are multiple layers of secrecy endemic in any fucking modern government. The US more than any of them. The left hand never knows what the right hand is doing. Let me quote Cube at you. You have a desk job. You build a widget in Saskatoon, and 10 years later, it's 6 miles under the desert, an essential component of a death machine. That's what that movie is about. That's a major plot thread in that Cube movie. These people are trapped in some futuristic cube with torture devices and traps all over the place. We have no idea who put them there. It turns out one of the guys designed part of it. And they think, oh, you're a mole, you're a plant. And they start roughing him up and beating him up and kicking him and punching him and fucking telling him, you better tell us what you know. And he finally breaks down and says, I designed the shell. I didn't know anything about what was going to be done with it. I had no idea. It was a great job. I leaned on my shovel for months on this. I talked to a couple other guys that were working on different aspects. Nobody knew what it was for. Nobody knew who the client was. Nobody cared. And that's kind of like the twist in that film, is that there is no conspiracy. It's just a headless public works project that they have to put people in, because if they don't, they admit it's worthless. They admit it meant nothing if they don't throw people in it. They don't know why they're doing it, but they built it, so they got to do it. Yeah, you should really watch Cube. Yeah, that's been known for a couple, like almost a decade, man. They can ping every wireless cell phone device in a house off of the TV. And it will tell them the names and GPS locations of every device in the house. So the cops can ping your TV. It will send them a fucking data report that'll let it know the IP addresses and owners of every goddamn phone in the house. The sequels kind of ruined that a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I like Cube 2 Hypercube. It's not as good a movie, but at least they did something different with it and kept the like dream alive, you know? Is it on Netflix? I don't know, man. You'll just have to look it up. Name of the movie is Cube. It's like a Canadian indie film from the 90s with a cult classic kind of vibe about it. We watched Cubed in the Discord. Yeah, we did. Yeah, I'm gonna pirate it. Sail the seas, me hearty. I stand in no judgment. You think that there is technology that can read minds? We've already seen like Popular Mechanics articles on the early work that some scientists are publicly doing on that. It doesn't actually read your thoughts, but it reads your brain chemistry and gives a good idea what you're thinking about. Are you lying? Are you nervous? Are you worried? Are you being deceptive? It's like a way better lie detector test that theoretically they probably can do without your noting it. They'll know what's on your mind. So imagine just like a crowd of people, the president's going to speak, and security has a device or drones overhead that are pinging people's brains. And when they find somebody that's really nervous and has that violence and that kind of adrenaline throwing, dude, they just go pull him out, pat him down, find the gun, throw him in the slammer. Nobody ever knew he was there. Yep, they can pull rudimentary dream images from your brain now. So while you're sleeping, whatever you're seeing in your dream, they can see parts of it now. This is all covered. This is all Scientific American shit. Actually, our Social Security, I think, is the mark of the beast. Whatever, bro. You can believe what you believe, but that's fucking goofy. That's goofy, goofy, goofy. You probably can't say, nor would you, but have you ever, what was it? Had your approach yet and confirmation you're not crazy, but toe the line and remember we're always watching moment yet? I know most casters get it around your level. That would be spooky, man. No, I haven't gotten the like warning shot across the bow yet. Of course, if I had, I wouldn't be allowed to tell you. But yeah, no, I'm a kind of a paranoid guy, so, you know, I wouldn't put it past them. But yeah, they haven't come to me yet. 10 years we'll be having our dreams interrupted by ads. That's in a movie recently that I watched with Nick Cage in it. It's a Netflix movie. I can't remember the name of it, but that is one of the main plot points. They come up with a device that helps you lucid dream. But the catch is that your lucid dreams will be periodically interrupted by celebrity appearances selling you things. Dream Scenario, yeah, that's the name of the film. I'd be fine with that. Maybe you would, maybe you wouldn't. You've never tried it. That sounds like hell. I don't know. It'd be pretty fun to be able to lucid dream and control everything and fly around and be fully conscious of that. But yeah, dude, when Lance Bass from the fucking Backstreet Boys or whatever showed up, it went like, do you have itchy rash? You know? Like, fuck you, man. Drone ads in the sky. Yeah, it's the like technologically advanced version of that fucking airplane that pulls a fucking flappy thing behind it that you can barely read. Yeah, now they just make these three-dimensional, constantly shifting drone armies in the sky that do ads. Super prevalent in certain parts of China. I've lucid dreamed. I have before too, but I've never been able to do it on command. I have had dreams where I was like, fuck, I'm dreaming, bro. Woo, let me jump. I had a crazy one time where I just killed myself over and over again. I was having a great time with it. Like, I would jump off this building. Usually you awake before impact or whatever. Your brain like starts awake, but for whatever reason I was lucid. So I jumped and I fucking hit the ground, and it was like it mangled my body all up, but I stood up and I felt no pain, and I was like, oh dude, I'm dreaming. Cool, let's go do that again. That was fun. Went to the top of the building, jumped off again, got more busted up. It was like my body kept getting all like, argh. But I kept just like peeling myself off the pavement and running back up. Wasn't even like a depressing dream. I don't even really think I was actually suicidal in the dream. I just wanted to fucking, hey, dude, I can't be killed. Cool, let's jump off a building. It was cool too because I was like, man, I wish this building was taller. And then I was at the Burj Khalifa. You know, I don't know if my brain really, you know, approximated how fucking tall that building really is, but I was jumping off this tall ass fucking building in Dubai. Whee! Falling for like 3 minutes. Splat. Groundhog dream. Yeah, but I was never dying though. I would hit like the impact would be soft like a pillow. You drink alcohol? I binge drank alcohol a lot through my 20s. I kind of quit in my mid-30s. I will have occasional drinks and stuff. But, yeah, no, I don't really drink, man. I smoke weed. I don't judge people that drink or whatever. It just ain't my thing. I've had enough for everybody for the rest of my life. Or having a falling dream. I used to have them constantly as a child. I had them a lot more often as a kid. It was weird because it would feel like, you know, you falling right before you hit the ground. You wake up, but it almost feels like you hit your bed. It's almost feels like you fell and landed on your bed. You wake up with like a start and a jolt. Yeah, I used to have that all the time. Do coke? I tried coke a couple times in my 20s. I was around people that did it for a while. So I did a couple bumps as like a party drug kind of thing. It's not my style. It's been many, many years since I've experimented with any new type of drug or whatever. Ever blacked out drinking? I've got a really, really strong constitution for beer and alcohol and wine. And I'm usually, if I get really drunk, I'm usually the last person awake. And I know I'm not going to be able to go to sleep. So I just kind of start cleaning up. Like me and my mom are the same way. We used to do that all the time. She'd throw like a big rager. Everybody be passed out all over the floor and the couch and shit. And she and I'd be up like, may as well pick up some of this mess. So I've got a really strong alcohol constitution. I think it's what let me abuse it for so long in my 20s without a whole lot of repercussions. What'd you say about people who lick their shoes to build up their immune system? I would say that Darwin Awards need to be handed out, hopefully. They literally have to get trucks to remove the sewage from the Burj Khalifa because the plumbing isn't connected to the sewers. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's still a big-ass building. Thanks for the Wikipedia entry, though. Appreciate that. Say disgusting freaks get away from me. Yeah, maybe. Do you do shrooms? I do. Yeah, I do shrooms. I'll do LSD if I don't seek it out, but if I knew somebody that brought me some fucking sunshine acid, dude, I'd drop that shit in a heartbeat. I love cooking. I love tripping balls, mushrooms. I smoke a lot of weed. Those are my 3 big drugs. Nope, I don't watch Adult Swim. Sorry. I'm allergic to alcohol and never got to try it. I don't think you missed out on much, but other people will tell you different. What's the reason of life? So I'm an optimistic nihilist by philosophy, like universal philosophy. I'm an optimistic nihilist. That means I don't think there's any inherent meaning in anything, but I do believe that you, as a conscious being, get to create your own meaning. Isn't that great? So if you're looking for a deep meaning for everybody's life, I don't believe that exists. I don't believe in concrete meaning. But what I do believe is that the human being has consciousness, and you can decide what your life means, and you can pursue that the rest of your days. What's moonshine like? Strong liquors, usually like sweetened with like strawberries or blackberries. You cannot create meaning. Yeah, you can. Meaning is discovered or derived mostly through responsibility. No. You can decide it is my life's work to be the best ballet dancer in the world. And even if you never achieve it, but you practice it your whole life and you keep striving, you have ascribed meaning in your life. And anybody that tells you that they didn't is like trying to argue for you being some sort of suffering puppet that has no free will. It's usually a religious argument, even though they will tell you that you have free will. They only use that as an excuse for when God does horrible fucking things. When God does horrible, horrible, unconscionable things, people will say, well, it was your free will to do it. But any other time, if you listen to Christians especially, they'll tell you you don't have any free will. God formed you in your mother's womb before before you were born. He knew you. He's omnipotent. He's omniscient. He knows everything. He can do anything, right? God only did the good stuffs. Yeah, right. But he's omnipotent. So he created everything. But only the good stuffs that happened was God. It's like, oh, man. What an infantile view of the universe. It's like the secondary thing that chases me out of Christianity. It's this anti-intellectual streak amongst Christianity that just fucking is garbage, bro. People love being country dumb and Christian. Got no excuse. Got the fucking world at your fingertips. Every piece of human information ever collated right at your fingertips. One short Google search away, and you're dumb as a bag of hammers. Dumb and unaware and solipsistic and self-involved and self-absorbed, just like Jesus. Wait, no, nothing like Jesus. What do you mean? I'm talking about the hateful bigotry that goes on in your fucking church. Ah, yes. The fair weather God, yeah. If something good happens, give it up to God. If something bad happens, even though God created everything and knows everything and does everything, it was the devil. Something bad happened. God doesn't do bad, so it must have been the devil. It must have been the devil. God has ultimate power, but he doesn't. Yeah. Well, he has ultimate power when it fits your narrative as a Christian. He has no power when it doesn't fit your narrative. He had no way. God cannot save you. You have free will. God can do anything. God can change your heart. He can do anything, brother. Those two statements might be made in the same sermon, and most of the Christian herd, that benign, glassy-eyed herd that call themselves evangelical Christians, will just sit there and go, hallelujah. So corrupt, so hypocritical, and so just indefensible. Right or left? Way, way left. I'm a labor leftist. I'm an advocate for blue-collar people and empowering them and enriching them to the greatest extent possible. Bum 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 bum. Yeah. Yeah, God told Moses to lead his people out of Egypt. Then he himself reached into the Pharaoh's heart and hardened it so that the Pharaoh would say, no, you cannot leave with your people. And then he unleashed a bunch of hideous plagues upon everybody in the realm except the Jews because the Pharaoh said no, just like God hardened his heart to do. This is a sadistic bastard if ever there was one. And you want to put love on the front of your church. Still respect your views. I'm a blue-collar worker. I still respect you, sir. Then, man, join a union. If you're a blue-collar worker and you're not in a union, my friend, you have no protection. It's a sucker that rides in the cab alone. That's what they used to say, fucking, in the Teamsters. Never let a stranger into your cab, your home, or your heart, unless that man is a friend of labor. And if that man is a friend of labor, he's the only friend you got, pal. No unions here, sadly. Create one. Great thing about unions is you get to make one. Hell yeah, I'm trying. I'm a 6G certified welder. Then you're all right by me. Anybody that's out there busting their hump for a living is all right by me. I wish you were treated better. You deserve a way bigger piece of the pie than you get. But I'm out here fighting for you. I'm out here advocating for you every day. How? How do you start a union? Might want to Google it. I don't know, man. I'm not a union organizer. Maybe I need to up my IQ too. I was raised in a union household. My father was the president of local number 254, Glass Molders, Pottery, Plastic, Allied Workers. It's a GMP, AFL-CIO union. But yeah, I've never organized a new union, but I'm pretty sure you could find out how you could get started doing that. There might be an existing union that covers your area of expertise or work. The International Workers of the World covers pretty much every aspect of business. The Teamsters cover shipping and warehousing. The United Auto Workers cover manufacturing and factory work. There's the Retail Workers Union that was started. There's the Amazon Union. I always put my shopping cart in the recommended thing. So wherever the thing, you know, like the cart corral or whatever, I push it over in there. I don't just like leave it hanging around somewhere or whatever. I at least do my job. I do my part, okay? Why does it always come back to talking about Christianity? People ask, man. A lot of Christians probably come wandering through. I've been thinking a lot about Christianity lately, man. I have a whole ass family that's in it. I'm trying to connect with them. They've been talking to me more recently, like asking what I think about things, and I've been trying, dude, look, I'm trying to keep an open mind. I don't see myself becoming a Christian, but, you know, there are parts of the Bible, specifically most of what Jesus had to say, that I fucking agree wholeheartedly with. I'm going to subscribe. Please do. Maybe because 80% of our country is Christian. Yeah. Somewhere thereabouts. It's easier to use an existing union. Yes, it is. Anunnaki psyop ideology oh my god. Bro, dude, get out of it, bro. Your interpretation of the Bible sounds like a defense mechanism against the evangelicals you were surrounded by as a kid. Nothing about their procedures is mandated in the Bible. What? No, you don't know what's going on, Jason. I appreciate your attempt to look into Jason's crystal ball and mind read me, but you don't have any idea what's going on in my life right now. You have no idea what you're talking about. I don't share that part of my life with you anymore for obvious reasons. I don't put words and ideas, thoughts in my head. Your crystal ball's broken. Why would you drug test for weed if it is legal? I don't. When you were born, Jesus was with you and he is coming back. I hope that's not true very soon for you, for the sake of a lot of families and people in your churches, because I've read the Bible cover to cover and I know what Jesus has for a dead church. I know what workers of iniquity who stayed in their lust and their fornication and their capitalism and their hoarding of wealth and worldly goods and their gossiping and their shit talking and their exclusion of sinners from their church based on bigoted reasons. When Jesus comes back, he's going to look at your church and he's going to say, "Get thee hence from me, I never knew ye." That's just the Bible, my friend. So I really hope that you're wrong for the sake of the families in your church, because he's coming with fire. He's coming with a sword, and not for the sinners, but for the church. You will be the first against the wall with your opinion, which means nothing at all. I'm going to subscribe. You're the first dude that's not just unloading his fried mind on YouTube because they had a crazy trip 5 years ago and now thinks he's God. My mind is a little bit fried, but I appreciate it, man. You're welcome here. I just speak my mind, man. That's what I do. You think it would benefit working class if the works of Marx, Engels, Lenin, etc., being made required? Yes. I think like class consciousness is at an all-time low. The media and the political influence and the corporate influence has succeeded in divide and conquer strategy. It's simple and effective. You get Americans on the left and the right bickering and fighting at each other over a bunch of nebulous and mutable social issues, and you ruin the world and exploit everything while they're fighting each other. That's what's going on. When they see a Republican and a Democrat hating on each other and blaming each other for the world burning, they laugh. This is exactly what they want. They want average blue-collar people pointing their finger at other blue-collar people and blaming them for what rich men are doing. Dems and Republicans love that car and mouse. I don't know what that means, but okay. Have a good night. I'm going to bed. Cool. Sorry about the coughing. I fucking got a fucking bowl filled with wax. That's exactly what Arnold said in his book. You're in California? I am, yeah. Let me guess, you listen to Phish and the Grateful Dead. I actually don't listen to either of those bands. Good guesses, though. This is a Pink Floyd shirt. I do like Pink Floyd. I do listen to that band. Penis. God cannot be immoral as morality extends from his dictates. God can't be immoral, so he's not omnipotent. There's something God can't do. So which one is it? Is he capable of doing anything, or can he not be immoral? Choose one, because you don't get to cherry pick this one. God can either be immoral or he is not omnipotent. One of those two must be true. You got to choose one. Have you checked out the new Ween? No, I have not. Always kind of a bad question. Have you watched? Have you listened? Because if the answer is no, it's just a waste of my time to read the big paragraph of shit. Have you seen the new Pink Floyd Space Odyssey video? Another horrible, horrible question. These are bad questions. The answer is no. That's a waste of everybody watching's time. Ask me about concepts. Ask me about broad things. Don't ask me about specific things just because you want to feel a little rush of fucking parasociality because I watched something and liked something you liked. I don't care if it's not new. The answer was no, so it's been a waste of my time answering. So stop asking those types of questions or people will get banned. Okay, I'm slow. What does omnipotent mean? Omni means all. Potent means strong. So omnipotent means you can do anything. There's nothing beyond your power. You can't say God can't X if he's omnipotent. And the Christian evangelical line is that God is indeed omnipotent. That means there's nothing that he can't do. There are a number of paradoxes surrounding omnipotence. I'll give you an example. Could God create a rock so heavy that even he can't lift it? If the answer is yes, then there's a rock he can't lift, and God is not omnipotent. If the answer is no, then there's something God can't do, and he's not omnipotent. The paradox that just came from the chat is another example of that. God cannot be immoral. Oh, so there's something God cannot, so he's not omnipotent. Got it. It's a big giant paradox with no answer, and and when you back a Christian into the corner with it, you know what they will land on. It's the time-worn one. It's the conversation stopper. Well, you gotta have faith. God can do anything. Anything God does is moral. I'm telling you that when the president does it, it's not illegal. Okay. So God's basically Richard Nixon, where there are rules, clear rules, but he doesn't abide by them because X reason, because Jason wants to make an argument. Got it. Got it. Got it, buddy. Cool. Yeah, it doesn't work, though, in reality. Why don't you answer the question instead of pontificating, Jason? Can God create a rock so heavy that he cannot lift it? Give me a yes or no to that question. With as little fucking extra explanation as you feel like you can do. Just a basic yes or no would be really preferred. Can God create a rock so heavy that even God himself could not lift that rock? Give me a yes or no. No, God's not omnipotent. There's a rock he can't lift. Yes, God's not omnipotent. He can't create a rock. Yes and no. Can't have your cake and eat it too. It doesn't work that way. That's not an answer. He can create a rock so heavy he cannot lift it. He would then lift it. That's not a rock so heavy he can't lift it. Sorry. You don't get the cake and eat it too on this one, Jason. This is an old one, man. People way smarter than your ass have fucking crashed against the rocks trying to fucking argue this one, bro. People way smarter and more well-studied on Christian theology have literally broken their asses to try and break the omnipotence paradox. No, I'm not going to read any more of your cope. God, if you said, yeah, God could create something that he couldn't lift. Well, then when he couldn't lift it, he was not omnipotent. If he lifts it after, he could lift it all the time. He's not omnipotent. Rut-row raggy. You want to fucking like twist your tongue around this? You're going to have to find somebody a little dumber and a little younger, probably. I've been around the block too many fucking times, dude. Hold that L, squeeze that L, hug that L. A contradiction can be reconciled by God. Yeah, so basically you retreat to the God of the gaps. Yes, that would be a paradox, but it isn't for God because reasons that make me feel good inside. Okay, buddy. Yeah, dude, hold this L and then come take this D. Because you're way better at doing that than philosophizing. Your philosophy is dog doo-doo. You basically did the kindergarten, nuh-uh, I'm everything proof. Bro, maybe when I was like 15, I would have been like, nah, I'm not even going to give you that. When I was 15, I would have said, shut up, faggot. I'm from the 90s, bro. I'd have known you were fucking spinning bullshit when I was 15, bro. You think I'm going to fucking like hold an L that you gave me because you said nuh-uh in my chat at 44, bro? Try again, though. I'll ask you again if you want to give a simple answer. Can God create a rock so heavy that even God could not lift the rock? All you need is a yes or no, bro. It's 50-50, man. He either can lift it or he can't create it. Which one? I'll give you a chance to answer, and then I'm going to tell you why you're wrong, and you're going to try and explain it to me, all right? Let's go logically, step by step it. Can God create a rock so heavy that even God could not lift it? Yes? No? We'll clarify later. Let's get past it. No. That's not yes or no. That's not yes or no. Hold another L on that one. I'm going to ask again. Can God create a rock so heavy that even God can't lift it? I need a yes or a no. It's not a fucking question that needs any more extrapolation on the face of it. He either can or he can't. Can he or can't he? Go. You can, by the way, get a real easy cop-out from me by just saying, IDK. Yes, he can. Then he's not omnipotent. There's a rock so heavy even he can't lift it. He can't do everything. Here we go. Not a yes or a no. Another sentence with Cope. Another Cope sentence. I'm going to give you one more chance, Jason, and then we're going to move on to another topic, okay? And you can cope about it in chat alone. Can God create a rock so heavy that even God cannot lift it? Yes, he can, or no, he can't. Which one are you taking? Two choices before you. And just to remind you, a choice is not to cope in a long 2-paragraph fucking post and go easy at the end. Yes, he can. No, and. I'm just going to take the yes. So God can create a rock so heavy that despite what he tries, even God cannot lift it. God is not omnipotent then. There's something in the universe that God cannot do. There you go. Now you get to go to the next step. Why is that true for every other fucking thing on the planet, but not for your God? I'm from the 90s. I say whatever the fuck, and I'm bisexual. I say whatever the fuck I want during Pride Month. Don't police my language in here. You don't like my language, skibbity scroll. I'm still waiting for that fucking answer, Jason. I mean, you keep saying hold this L like a little Zoomer coward, but I haven't heard you say how God can't lift a rock, but then he can, and how that makes any fucking sense to, like, I tell the kindergartner, I'm going to lift that truck. And then I go over and I try and I can't. And he goes, you can't lift the truck. And I said, yeah, I did. Yeah, I can. I just did. It's literal, like a kindergartner would call bullshit on that, bro. You're going to have to bring an adult argument, or you're going to have to shut up and hold that L. He's trolling? Of course he is. But see, Jason always trolls with a little spice of belief. Jason's on his Christianity kick. Jason thinks he's a godly man now. But he's what we call a baby Christian. Jason didn't pick up a Bible with any earnest reasoning, probably until maybe, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, 2 years ago. He's what we call a baby Christian. He thinks he knows the Word of God, and he thinks he knows the mind and the will of God, but he can't do specific, basic 1700s level apologetics. The omnipotence paradox is older than your granny's panties, Jason. You're a baby Christian, bro. You got nothing to teach me. Teach yourself. Who created God? God doesn't need to be created. Then why can't the universe not need to be created?
Because there's a thing in it.
Well, God's a thing.
Yeah.
So who created him?
No, nobody. Because nobody created God.
Then who created the universe?
God.
Why not nobody?
Because nobody because something can't come from nothing, dummy.
But God did.
What?
It's like fucking like, dude, I swear to God, I've got a kindergarten age niece that could do that to you, that would have you rope-a-doped on that. She's raised in a Christian household too, bro. My 5-year-old niece knows the Bible better than you, bro. You're a baby Christian. Love it that the atheist cope. What do you know about my belief system, motherfucker? You ain't talked to me in months. Still haven't heard that answer, Jason. Nothing but cope. Racking up the L's. Still haven't heard that answer, though, bro. For whatever reason, you keep dancing around that answer. If God can lift the rock, then how can he not lift the rock? You saying,
Yeah, God could create a rock so heavy he can't lift it, and then he would lift it.
well, how does that make sense in anywhere other than a fucking Tonka truck fucking drooling mongoloid brain? Bro, to what degree does omnipotence need to reconcile anything? Omnipotence needs to reconcile everything. It's omnipotent. It means it can do and did do and will do anything. There's nothing it can't do. It needs to reconcile every single blade of grass, every grain of sand in the universe, every molecule of silica. That's the burden that you sling over your shoulder when you claim omnipotence. You want me to carry half of it because your sophistry might work on a 12-year-old? I'm 44, bro. And I know your Bible better than you do. You have to come with some heat. Anything includes ignoring contradictions, doesn't it? Yeah, God can ignore a contradiction, but that doesn't mean the contradiction doesn't exist. Ignoring something doesn't make it not exist, does it? So if I were to come and try and punch you in your face, and you pulled the blankie over your head because you couldn't see me, you're safe, right? Jason's annoying as fuck. He's kind of dumb. He's a smart guy, but he's got a real bad case of Dunning-Kruger. Like, he thinks he's way smarter than he is. He's got like a modicum of smarts, and really, if he read a few books, he could be a real brilliant guy. But he takes the easy road. He smokes pee-pee instead of reading. He's way better at glut than he is at reading anything. And that's just the fucking truth, bro. On God, on mom, on squad, dude. On O-Block. That's the truth. Just spitting facts. No lie detected. But he wants to, like, run around and talk with me like he's got fucking something in his hip pocket that he's going to teach me. Because if he doesn't feel like he's as smart as me, then he feels the worthlessness bubbling up inside of him that can only really be helped by cracking a book. Like, he wants to find the answer in sophistry, but the answer is crack a book. Crack a book and live some life before you try and give prescriptions to anybody about Christianity, dude. Or any kind of topic that can be read about and learned about, bro. You're about 25 years behind me by my reckoning, and that's saying something, bro. He reminds me of hometown population. Oh, the reason I like Jason and keep him around is he reminds me of a lot of fucking people I grew up around, bro. Just smart enough to, like, know a couple of fucking 3-syllable words, but dumber than dirt otherwise, bro. He's typical, man. That's the worst part about it. Very typical. But he types in here like he's some fucking religious scholar. And then tells me to hold the L like that makes it so. See, I just don't take shit off of people. That's just the fucking period, point blank, bro. Especially not off of sophists like Jason. He ain't gonna tell me shit. I'm smarter than you. I've been making better arguments than you've been making for longer than you've been alive, bro. There's literally nothing about Christianity or any of the paradoxes inherent in it that you could ever hope to teach me or elucidate me on. And once you realize that, you might actually have a fruitful conversation with me about something someday. Until then, you're going to have to hold that whole basket of L's you wove for yourself tonight and cope and seethe about being stupid, bro. All you got to do is crack a book. Seems like you're the one being hurtful for no reason. I'm sorry if it's hurting your feelings, bro. But there's nobody in your life loves you enough to tell you the truth. You're a half-wit. You could be a full wit, but you need to read some books and live some life. When you try and talk to adults like they're children, like you got something to tell me, I'm going to treat you as such. You disrespect me. You wound me when you throw fucking baby town insults at me, bro. You misunderstand my intellect. You stand against God? I stand against any fucking tyrant, bro. Fangs out every day, bro. I don't roll over. I don't take shit off of kitties. Let me quote fucking Dutch. You ever seen that movie? I'm a working man. I work for my money. And I don't take crap from kitties. Truer words never put in a movie. You want to try and teach me something up in here, bro? You want to come at me like I'm the pupil and you're the fucking teacher? You better damn well have something to teach me, bro. Because that kindergarten level sophistry you pulled out to hand wave the omnipotence paradox was fucking laughable, bro. You get laughed out at any fucking serious debate team. You get laughed out at any serious discussion amongst philosophers with that fucking kindergarten grade bullshit, bro. But you had a lot of big words and multiple paragraphs like you were really telling me something, bro. You don't think that's a problem in your life? You don't think that it's an act of love that I point that out to you? And stop and don't pretend that you're some sort of bright, shining fucking star? You're a child, dude. You've acted nothing but childishly with me my entire life. The very few times that your fucking maturity have shown through are memorable and short. 99% of our interactions over the fucking decade or more that we've known each other as personal friends, you've acted like a child. It's one of the reasons I like you, because there's a childishness about me too. But there's a time, according to your Bible, to put aside childish things. You argue like a kindergartner. You say things like hold the L after you embarrass yourself, and you double and triple down on it. We had a word for that back in the 90s that was okay to use. It's called a retard. Read a book, live some life, and come teach me something. Till then, though, all you got is sophistry, kindergarten level, baby's first sophistry to throw at me, baby's first Christian apologetics. Is that's all you got? Shut your mouth, because you're wasting my fucking time. And that doesn't just go to Jason, that goes to everybody, bro. I'm not here to learn. I'm not your pupil. I'm here to talk. I'm here to chill with you. Okay? You're not my teacher. I'm not sitting at your feet. You have nothing to elucidate me on unless you're like one of maybe 10,000 people in this fucking world working at some high-end job. It ain't you. You're not a physicist. You're not an astrophysicist. You're not a fucking highly paid government consultant. You're a fucking dork just like me, and I'm not trying to learn from your dumb ass. Long as you're chill with that, we're chill. We're not chill. Well, that's apparent because your bitch ass got banned out of my fucking Discord server and just stopped talking to me. So apparently we're not chill, although I don't know what your butt heard about, because the day before you got banned, I warned you that your abrasive sophistry was on people's nerves and that they were going to ban you. And the next day you were banned and you just dropped me like a hot potato. So I guess we're not cool. Now you come in here with sophistry in my chats. That's all I talk to you on. So yeah, I guess we're not cool. You want to put it on Front Street? I'll put it on Front Street, bro. You burned the bridge of having a private relationship with me a long time ago, bro. I love you. I do. I fucking care about you. I'm the only person in your life that's ever going to tell you that you're a dumbass to your face. Because people want to build you up. They want you to stay in your bubble. You chose mentally ill See, that's what I'm saying, bro. You think that the fact that my fucking mod team didn't like you is what we're talking about here, bro? You're 10. That's what I would have thought in middle school. Middle school, bro. You're a grown-ass man. You got no excuse. No excuse other than inexperience and immaturity. And I've told you this a fucking million times since I've known you. And I'm the only person in your life that cares enough about you to tell you what's what. You look like a moron in here tonight, bro. A straight out fucking idiot, bro. Anybody that was in this chat feels sorry for you. Even the Christians feel sorry for you. You got raked over the coals and told me to hold the L 20 times, bro. That's some of the saddest shit I've seen in months. And that's the truth. If only they meant something to you. If they didn't mean anything to you, you wouldn't be out here trying to impress them with your sophistry and trying to impress me. If they didn't mean anything to you, you wouldn't be here, bitch. Once again, you're a standing refutation of everything you profess with your fucking mouth, baby Christian. Dude, if you didn't care about him, you wouldn't be in here trying to impress him by getting a takedown on me with your high school debate team level sophistry.
I don't care about these assholes. I just want them to praise me.
Next. What else you got? What else you got? I can go all night. Can we chill already? Dude, I'm chilling like a villain, bro. You don't like it, you can skibbity scroll. There's a million motherfucking dumbass motherfuckers doing skibbity toilet shit for you on this live right now. All you gotta do is go and you're gone. See? Don't act like I got you chained to the radiator or something in here. Don't ask me to move things along. Don't ask me to change the timbre or tone of my work. I don't come in and tell you how to flip your burger. You don't come in and tell me when to move on or how to change the vibe. Cool? But you do? I do come into your burger joint and tell you how to flip your burger? No, I don't. And I never have. Long as you treat me like you would anybody in the street, like you don't know me, and that like you have nothing to teach me because I'm your elder in most cases. And yes, lived experience does matter. So if you're willing to meet me on my equal ground and not pretend like you're gonna fucking teach me some shit I ain't read a million fucking times, we're chill, dude. You wanna Jason it up and get yourself some fucking like dopamine from feeling like a smart guy by throwing literal kindergarten level sophistry at people and hoping that the chat goes rah, 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 sis, boom, bah. And then when you're called on it, say you don't care about the chat. You want to do that, I'm going to call you a child, dude. You're acting like a fucking kid, bro. I outgrew that type of fucking backbiting playground behavior in the middle fucking school, bro. Middle school. 7th grade. I knew how to kick it. You're in your late 20s, my dude. And you're still wound up, pent up, and stupid as you ever were. Pick up a book. Crack a book, bro. Log off the skibbity toilet. Crack a book. Learn something about anything, dude. Anything you got, bro. I want to learn something from you. But you're going to have to read a book. Otherwise, shut up. You're not my teacher. You're not my contemporary. You're not my peer. You're a child until you prove to me otherwise. Like I said, the story of our fucking 10-year, decade-long plus friendship is one of your immaturity. And if you want to, I'll go through every goddamn fucking thing if you want to deny it. So don't call me a fucking meanie for being the only motherfucker around you in your life that doesn't glaze you up. I'm too smart for you. You want to compete? You want to get a ponage? You really want me to hold an L? You're going to have to read a book. Crack a book. Go to school. I did both of those things a lot. Oh my God, Jason wanted mod powers on that fucking Discord so bad. The salt level was real. He thought that I was going to give him like, if not mods, like soft mods so he could drag people and like get into certain places. And when that box never got ticked for him, he started trolling. And when I Told him he was going to get banned. He told me, oh, I'll clean it up. And then the next day, motherfucker was gone. And that's the last I've heard of him, other than this low-level kindergarten sophistry in my chat. And this motherfucker wants to tell me he's going to teach me something, dude. Motherfucker got something to tell me that my grown-ass fucking man ass has never heard. Yeah, break, bro. Vallejo. Oh. Oh. Vallejo. Oh. No more timeouts, just ban him. He doesn't get to skirt around the rules, dude. Personal friend or no, he showed his ass tonight, ban him. Thank you, Nugs. He just laid his transphobia on the table while you were gone. That sounds like Jason. Can't win, so I'm gonna trigger everybody by being edgy. This is a 28-year-old man. I want you guys to know that that's a 28-year-old man that just did that. That's a grown-ass man with bills and like a job and shit, bro. 28. How embarrassing indeed. Dude, I was ahead of that, trolling-wise, philosophy-wise, legitimately in middle school. 12 years old, bro. 12 years old. I was having conversations deeper than Jason can even have because his fundament isn't there. I'd probably read more books by 12 than Jason has cracked his whole life. He's a smart guy. He's got kind of like a natural thing with language and stuff, and he's got kind of a good comedic timing and stuff. But the dude is fucking country dumb, dude. Is he a Christian? He proclaims that he is, but I don't know how much of that is trolling or whatever. Keep it kid friendly. Get out. No kids are allowed here. This is an 18+ environment. If you're a child, if I get the feeling that you are that, you're banned. I don't waste my time talking to children. Yeah, I don't buy it. No, he is. I've met Jason. I know Jason in real life. Jason's not just an internet guy. I've met Jason. I know him in real life. I know his real name. I know his address. I've got his phone number. I know him as a person. He's a 28-year-old man. Yeah, somebody did say, let's keep it friendly at 3 a.m., dude. Somebody did say that, bro. How did you and Jason meet? I used to do a show just like this called Stickham and Beer on an old platform called Stickham, where people could jump in and join on, put their cam on. And then I started doing YouTube streams like this, but in landscape mode way back in the fucking day. We're talking like I met Jason, I think, in 2006, 7, somewhere around there. If he wasn't banned, he could fact check me. I think it's around there, though. He was a chatter in my chats, and I would do this all night, man, just like I'm doing now. I would sit out on my porch, I'd smoke weed, I'd fucking talk to people, right? I've been doing this a long time. Jason was a dude in there, and I was talking about, like, man, I've always wanted to play a MOBA, right? You know what that is? A MOBA game, MOBA, multiplayer online battle arena. So like Dota, League, those types of games, right? I was like, I've always wanted to get into a MOBA because I think they're really cool, but I just feel like I'm lost when I try and play them. And he was like, he was a really nice guy, you know? He was like interesting in the chat. And he was like, dude, I'll fucking totally teach you how to play Dota. Dude, I would love to play Dota with you. And I was like, for real? He's like, yeah, man. I was like, all right, you know, fair enough. I'll take you up on that then. And so, yeah, we exchanged like fucking whatever we did. I think we became Steam friends that night. And then we started getting in Discord or Ventrilo calls, or like we did Skype, I think, back then. And we would get in a call together, and he legit fucking taught me to play and to love Dota 2. You know, I never got real good at it, and I never took it maybe as seriously as some others would, but he taught me how to play it. I can watch that game now and tell you everything that's going on and why. And in learning together over multiple days how to play Dota 2, and learning from him that, we became friends. I liked him a lot. His sense of humor was very fucking puerile and childish, and so is mine. He loved dick and fart jokes and edgy humor, and I love that shit too. And we just hit it off as people, man. You know? And, you know, I like the guy a lot. I care about him a lot. I've known him a long fucking time. I want him to be good. I want him to be smart, man. I want him to be strong like I know he can be, but man, he comes in with fucking weak shit and just makes me like, I hold him to a higher standard, man. That's the thing about being friends with me. I think a lot of people that watch me think like, oh man, I wish I was Paul's friend. No, you don't, man. Because I don't have a laundry list of friends, and the ones that I do keep, I hold them to a fucking high standard. Dude, I think Jupe was talking about this in the fucking Discord the other day when I was chilling in there. Jupe was like, I hold my friends to a higher standard. I expect them to be better. And I was like, fuck yeah. Yeah, me too. Yeah. I mean, he was a kid. We started talking, like, playing Dota when he was 18. Subscribed? Cool, thanks. Yeah, make sure you, if you like this, if you're like scrolling through and you've been chilling for a while, you like my vibe or whatever, I do a lot of these guys. Like, I don't make any money on this channel, so I'm not trying to grift you for money. Just subscribe, man. That'll make sure you get to be here and see more of these. So drop a sub if you want, man. I don't usually ask people to, but I've been doing a lot of these. Why'd you take a huge break? A number of reasons, most of them physical and mental health related. You know, I do a podcast where I make actual money. That's how I live. That's my job, right? And I got to a place where I was so sick. My body was bad. I was eating horribly. I was big and fat. Not that I'm not still fat, but I was way bigger. And eating horribly, right? And not sleeping at night because I had apnea, and I started to get healthy, and man, it switched my whole fucking life around, man. I just didn't have the energy. I had to save what little bit of fucking energy and presence that I had for the thing that made me money. And now I've got so much energy brimming over in me, I can't do enough with it. I feel like I could do these all day sometimes, and that's a little crazy. You still are, mate. I know, man. I said that. I said I was way bigger and fatter and I've lost weight, but I'm still fat. I said that. Like, why? Was that like a down under pone? Was that what passes for ponage in Australia? Was that a sick burn in the land of koala bears or what? Because I'm American, we don't get down like that, so you're gonna have to explain that one to me. The eye of Sauron is upon you, Paul Ellis. I'm a fat bastard myself. Then why did you feel the need to tear me down from behind your fucking anonymity on the internet, dude? Especially after I tore myself down in the very sentence you were responding to. You're a big fat bastard, then why don't you show a little fucking empathy for another big fat bastard, man? You ain't got no fat empathy in you? Try to make a fucking Australian sick burn on me, dude? Dude, I'm from the Wild West, bro. We invented the shit you're trying to do. You're not tearing me down? That was a shitty comment. You still are, mate. That was a shitty fucking comment, dude. You know it was, too. You know you said that to try and get a burn on me or whatever. Like, this guy just said he used to be fat. So you still are, mate. Like, don't lie about why you fucking shit on me. Just be better. Just say, hey, sorry, dude, and move on. You shouldn't have to empathize when he can easily sympathize, right? He just said he's a fat bastard. In Australia, we pull the piss. No, in America, we pull the piss. In Australia, you fuck around, bro. We don't like fuck around in America. If you're going to talk shit out of the front of your mouth, not out of the side. That's how we do it in the good old red, white, and blue. Hippie, yes or no? Yeah, I guess. I guess more of a modern type of guy, but yeah, I'm a hippie. Yeah, no, in America, we pull the piss, bro. You don't know Australia? I actually know Australia way, way better than you think, bro. I talk to people from all over the world. I know a lot of Australian people. I know a lot about you, Drew. Everything good about Australia you learned from me. America. Especially the West. Because we tell you how to dress, what to think, what movies are cool, what video games you should play. Dude, you wouldn't have any fucking entertainment in your life if it wasn't for me, bro. And you're going to tell me that, oh, don't worry, mate. Down here in Australia, we pull the piss. Yeah, no fucking shit, dude. We don't call it pulling the piss. We call it fucking on you, dumbass. That's an American translation for you. Lol, you're so misinformed. Bro, I think you're the one informed, my Australian brother in Christ. You're misinformed, at least on one thing. That misinformed is 2 words. So right there, I know something you don't. I bet there's a lot more, my Australian brother in Christ. You don't want, this is a war you can't win, literally and figuratively. If your country ever tried to attack us, we would squash you back into the desert. And if you ever try and intellectually rumble with an American or have a piss-pulling contest with an American, you better bring both fists and all the heat. I'm from Killically. We don't fuck around. We don't waste time. And we got 0 time for a pussy. Go to bed, baby. I love you. It's been an angry ass show, man, but people are just on my nerves lately, I guess. I just feel like a lot of guys do like these flyby things, and they probably never in their life thought that like a stream was gonna like single them out and absolutely roast them into the fucking putty that they are, dude. And I like to dole that out like more than most because I'm good at it, and I know some shit. So yeah, I feel like I'm good at that at the very least, and I like to give I like to give them all the smoke, bro. I'm a West Coast kid, dude. You pull the piss, I'm gonna give you the smoke. When's the last time you went for a run, mate? Long fucking time, bro. I'm a fat guy. What, you think I'm out there fucking jogging and staying fat? How much you think I'm eating? I've started doing more physical activity. I do yoga 3 times a day. I've started doing long walks. I'm not really at the point where I could jog a whole lot. Not yet. I'll let you know though when. I'm working up to it. Couch to 5K, baby. That's my point. What's your point? You don't have a point, bro.
Oi, mate. I've got a point down here in fucking Britain's prison colony.
Like, no, you don't, bro.
Oi, I've got something to say down here in Britain's fucking prison colony. I've got something to tell an American while I'm wearing American fashion and listening to American music, watching American movies, drinking American beer, getting American drunk. But I'm gonna teach this here American something.
No, you ain't, bro.
Oi, mate, can I bum a ciggy? Oh, thanks, mate. Can I bum a lighter? Can I bum a lighter? I'll take a lighter. Thanks for that, mate. I'll pocket that because I'm a fucking Aussie. I'm a bogan. I'm a piece of lighter stealing trash. I'm a bogan. I'm an Aussie bogan. I'm a lighter stealing piece of fucking Aussie trash, mate. Thanks for the fucking ciggy, idiot. I'm a bogan.
What else are you gonna teach me, Australia? What else you got? You fucked with the you came with the you came at the Screaming Eagle? You thought you were gonna come over to the Screaming Eagle and go like, I'm gonna pull the piss on this old guy. Dude, I've been pulling the piss since before you were a fucking dream in your daddy's head. I've been pulling the piss since I was fucking 8 years old, bro. Non-stop. It's my job to pull the piss, bro. That's all I do is pull the piss. And you thought that your bogan ass was gonna fucking roll up in my chat and teach me something? Bad choice tonight. God, I fucking love this. It's a roast sesh, bro. It's a roast sesh tonight, dude. People are just being stupid. People are just being fucking legitimately dumb tonight, bro. And I don't abide stupidity. Like, I don't suffer fools, man. Look what up, bogan?
Look, oi, look at that. Look at that.
Look what up, bogan? I think you've had a few too many Fosters.
Did you slam down a sixer of Fosters and a pack of ciggies before you jumped in here, bogan?
You guys are just used to drive-by stupid shit. Because so many fucking streamers are like, oh, thank you so much for coming. Thank you, thank you. So you're just saying stupid shit like, look at this fat guy, Lamoa. And then you get all the smoke and you want to be salty about it, bro. Don't be salty. You started the shit. I didn't pick you out of the crowd. You picked me out. You're the one skibbity scrolling. I'm just here doing what I want, bro. You think your favorite content creator feels any different? That's a snow job on you, bro. You think,
Well, yeah, but that's why I watch XYZX, because he really cares.
no, he doesn't, bro. He doesn't even care enough about you to be honest with you. I care at least enough to tell you I don't give a fuck about you. If you live, if you die, if you grow mushrooms in your crack, I don't give a fuck what happens to you, bro. But I'm being real. Mr. Beast might jerk your fucking ego off for you. He's full of shit. So, like, I don't know, man, learn a lesson. You know, when you touch the stove and it burns you, here's what you learned tonight, right? A couple of you bogans maybe might need to learn it a few times, because I know thicken the old head. But, yeah, what you learned when you touched the stove tonight is, like, drive-by stupid doesn't work here. You might want to skibbity scroll if drive-by stupid is what you're used to as, like, standard communication, because it doesn't fly here. At best, you get banned. At worst, you get the Eye of Sauron on you, and I spend 10 minutes fucking on you for everybody else's amusement. And I leave you blubbering and feeling real dumb and coping. Dude, it's beyond weak. Dude, I'm not even fucking flexing when I say I've been fucking taking the piss, trolling, since I was 8. I'm 44. Do the math, bro. I'm damn near 40 years in on a trolling career. And you're going to come in here with the weak sauce, bro? You're going to come in here with this fucking, like, shit tier, TikTok level fucking shit? Bro, you're going to get roasted if I see you? Like, if I actually, like, take 5 minutes? Bro, it's going to be over. Like, you don't want it. Tell Paul I had an angry dad? Fuck yeah, I did. Yeah, fuck thinking America, think California. It gave you your life. You wouldn't be wearing the shoes you're wearing if it wasn't for this place, bro. You ought to be on your knees before me as a Californian. I'm an Ubermensch walking amongst bogans, bro. If you're not here with me, you ought to be showing deference just on that, bro. You wouldn't know how to dress, what to listen to, what to think, or what to eat if it wasn't for where I live and exist. Get down on your knees and supplicate yourself to California. Genuflect to Cali. If you're Muslim, stop bowing to Mecca. Start bowing to California. We told you how to live. We told you how to eat. We told you how to think. We told you how to read. We give you all your entertainment. Tell you how to dress. We tell you what to buy and what not to buy. And you do it like good, obedient little bitches. There's a song called Bow Down by West Side Connect. That's all you need to listen to. No, not American superiority. Fuck America. California. California is the last thing that will remain of America if it collapses. California is the 6th largest economy in the world by itself. We fund every state in this union. The rest of the country is like a big cyst on California's ass, and when it blows, we're going to be the better for it, because all that money's coming right home. There, but for the grace of God, go you. Because if California stopped paying its fucking tax bill, you motherfuckers wouldn't have a sidewalk to walk on, a pot to piss in, or a job to quit. You slap California in a dream, you better wake up and apologize. No, Wisconsin's already dead, bro. What are you talking about? Will survive. What do you mean, the 3 fucking sister fuckers and the cheese wheel you got over there? Yeah, that'll probably survive. You talk about survive, it's been dead. Anybody worth their salt came to California from Wisconsin a long time ago. They left you with nothing but farmers and cheese wheels and cousin fuckers. Your state been dead, bro. I'm just being real. Like, people won't be real with you. People want to glaze you. Tell you, oh, it's cool, you're from Wisconsin, bro. Neat. I'm from California, whatever. Nah, dude. Washington, go fuck yourself. Everything you got, we got in spades, 10 times better. Your weed sucks in comparison to ours. It might be good for the West Coast. Might be good for the country. But Cali weed blows doors on anything grown in Washington or sold. And anything that's fucking top shelf in Washington is grown in Cali. This is well known. Same thing with Oregon, New York. Nice big city you got there. You could drop that in the LA basin and have plenty of room. Everything you got, we got. 10 times over. We pay your bills. You know that, like, when there's a fire or a flood in your little shithole state, and some government agency comes along and, like, sweeps up the streets and, like, fixes your house a little bit? You know who paid for that? California. We floated that whole fucking shit, bro. Without us, you're done. You're done. It's GG no re. Dude, Texas is not even on the board, bro. California, 6th largest economy in the world. On its own. No help. No tax base from fucking the national government at all. Where to move in Cali? Wherever you want. It's better than anywhere. Wherever you can. Everywhere's lost. Dude, I traveled this whole fucking country, bro. I'm not fucking with you. Dude, I'm not saying everything in Cali is perfect. We got a lot of problems. There's some shitty cities here. But, dude, I've been all over this country doing my job. Dude, everywhere dead. Everywhere trying desperately to get a little piece of the sunshine out of here. Dressing just like we dress. Talking like we talk. Watching our movies. Drinking our beers. Smoking our cigarettes. Trying to look cool like we do every day just by existing. I've been all over the country, dude. I'd tell you if there was a place like, damn, this place is chill, doing their own thing. There's no place. It's like there's California, and then there's any other state trying to be California. And they all fall, to a certain degree, short. Sixth largest economy in the world. Drinking California wine. Yeah. We gave you everything. You wouldn't know how to dress. You'd have no music. You'd have no movies. That TV show that you obsess over came right out of here. Like everything else that's cool and worthwhile. The rest of the United States better start glazing us more. Because I'm telling you, California is going to drop you like a hot potato. When this Trump shit goes through, country tears itself apart. Civil war. California going to close our passes up, close our borders up, and we're going to let you guys eat each other. And then we're going to come sweep up and take whatever is of worth there and bring it back to California so we can use it. There's like 6 mountain passes that we can put tanks on that make sure none of you yokels makes it into California. We're a mountain bordered state, bro. The Sierra Nevada mountain range. 6 passable spots into California. There's gonna be tanks and drones flying over every one of them. You motherfuckers ain't gonna come here when the shit hits the fan. This place is closing down. We're gonna be smoking the best weed in the world and talking on the internet about how everything's going to shit. And there are gonna be droves of you motherfuckers piled up on the eastern end of the Sierras, begging to come over the pass, trying to sneak through, paying fucking other yokels that tell you, I know a sneaky way through, and you're gonna die. Maybe 1 in 1,000 of you will make it in. It's over. There won't be internet? Are you fucking stupid? You won't have it. I'll be cruising it. I'll be talking with every other person in California about how crazy this shit is. I'll be watching the news updates. I'll be running my AC when your shit goes to shit. You know I feed this whole fucking goddamn country out of this one state? You know what happens when we go like, shit's getting crazy. We're keeping all this agriculture in-house so we can feed ourselves? You starve. And there's nothing you can do about it. We got more jets than anywhere else in the United States. Our military presence is larger than the next 10 states. We've got the biggest Air Force. We got the biggest Navy. Come at us. You got nothing. You will starve. And I'm going to get fat. And I'm going to be talking mad shit on the internet. Cali has no water. That was like 6 years ago. Have you read the news? Our reservoirs are overflowing. Our spillways are full. Drought's over. What else you got? Our reservoirs, which by the way are larger than any reservoir in America, save the Great Lakes, are overflowing. Every spillway in California is letting go. The snow melt started, idiot. It rained like 100 days last year where I'm at in the desert. Yeah. Drought's over. What else you got though? California's the worst state for new business. California does nothing but new business. You know how many people come here, start a business, and hustle and become millionaires? It's the only place it happens. What are you talking about? California's the only place I would even consider opening a business. Only place full of pedos. Everywhere is. Next. Oh, are you telling me that the hillbillies down there have stopped finger banging their sisters and their daughters? What else you got? Give it to me. You got nothing. Because I'm right and you're wrong. You have more rolls than a bakery? Yep. Got more California rolls than a bakery, bud. What else you got? You're awesome? Yeah, I am. Straight out, I am. Yeah, I'm pretty fucking cool. What else you want to know? Dude, if New York City and LA County closed its doors, America would collapse overnight. Those two cities drive the entire culture of this nation. The entire economic base of this nation exists in those two places. You look way too chill to be angry right now. This isn't angry, bro. You've never seen me angry. You wouldn't like me angry. This is just me being fucking real, bro. I'm just putting people up on game like I always do here. That's my job. There's a lot of people out there with a lot of cope. You know who copes hardest? Floridians, bro. They want to tell you,
We got beaches.
as their swamp, as their mosquito infested, 100% humidity swamp is sinking into the ocean. They want to act like they've got some on Cali, bro. The cope is real, bro, and I just don't like cope. I don't let people cope in my chat. I just tell people the truth. Santa, I did play Santa a few times. I used to do it every year when I worked at the school district. I was a technology guy. I used to play Santa for migrant kids. I speak conversational Spanish. Who cares about you? Clearly you do. You're in here watching me. Skibbity scroll. You do. 216 people seem to. Who cares about you? That's the real question, huh? Don't be timing people out, man. Just ban them. Make him make another account. He's not going to come back and all of a sudden be smart and have something interesting to say. There's no need to time out ever. Just ban him. From now on, I really don't want to see my mods ever hitting the timeout button. It's bans. It's all good. I'm not trying to be like a dictator about it, but yeah, just ban straight out. I don't have time for negativity. Cool. Guess you'll be scrolling away, or I don't know. Stupid memes, skibbity toilet shit, instant ban. If it's stupid, unintelligible, unfunny, drive-by silly, stupid, time-wasting at all, not complete sentence, insta-ban, perma. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. We will prune you. All you got to do is just talk like an adult, which most of you are. In fact, all of you should be, because this is not an 18 or younger stream. This is an 18 plus stream and always will be. No children allowed. I don't abide childishness or children. They are both time wasters for what I like to do. You're too high? Don't announce it. Here's a pro tip from an old pothead. Nobody cares. Oh man, I'm stoned. You're the only one that gives a fuck. Keep that thought inside. Don't type it. Don't say it. Why are you so heavy? Because I eat too much and exercise too little. Why are you so stupid? I can answer that one for you too, because you don't read books. Because you're a drive-by retard on the internet. That's why you're so stupid. You don't have to be, but you've chosen to be. Anybody else want to drive by? Or are we pruning? Have enough people burnt their fucking skin off on the stove tonight? Or do you want to learn? California is a dystopian nightmare. Then what the fuck is Wisconsin, bro? Last time I checked, everything you do comes from California. If that's a dystopian nightmare, what the fuck is where you live? Is it already post-collapse where you're at? Because that seems to be what you're implying. If what you said is true and it's a total dystopian nightmare here in this state, what is it where you're at? What's at it in Tennessee? Ruh-roh. Drive-by stupidity, dude. It doesn't work with me, man. I'm too fucking smart and I'm too old. I've been around too long. You got to get up too early to get one by me, bro. I've heard it all. I've smelled it all. I've banned it all. All right? That's why you like watching me. That's why people stop skibbity scrolling and watch me. Because I'm not wasting your time. I'm not selling anything. I'm just here to talk and to not lie. I just tell the truth. Been around a long time. I'm a pretty fucking smart guy. I've had a lot of shit happen to me. I'm willing to share that fucking wisdom and shit with people. I'm willing to talk. I'm willing to learn about you and where you're from. Dude, I love that shit. But I don't suffer fools. And I don't suffer children. So if you act like that, you're fucking gone. Period. The new rule in here, we're calling it the Vosh clause. You will talk to me in the chat. If you're going to take the time to type something out, you will talk to me with the same baseline respect you would give a man you don't know at the bus stop. If you say some meme shit, some weird shit, some sexual shit, some unfunny shit, some stupid shit, some impertinent shit, you're permed. And you got to go get on another account. From here on out, that's the new rule, and it will be heavily policed and enforced. If you want to chill, cool. All you got to do is be an adult. That's all I ask of you. I will not ban an adult. I will not ban somebody who's trying. Why is making a new account your go-to? Because there are people out there who can't have an impact in any other place than an anonymous, easy to alt up internet chat. And dude, I wish that wasn't so, man. I wish I was a boomer and wrong about that. But there's a lot of people out there, their whole self-worth, their whole little dopamine, their whole kind of existence is wrapped up in getting people to fuck on them on the internet and being able to come back. Because YouTube, for whatever reason, won't flick the button that ties your account to your sub-accounts. So you can make infinity accounts and come back, and come back, and come back, and come back. It's like a dude that keeps showing up at the party and you can't kick his ass like you normally would. So he just keeps going like, "Hey guys, where's the beer?" And you're like, "You're not invited. Get the fuck out." And then like as soon as you come back in, well, glad I kicked that guy out. He's back already and he's drinking the beer. "Hey guys." And there are people that are so drunk with that anachronism that it's all they do. I've got at least 5 or 10 people that follow me everywhere I go to type the N-word in my chat. At least 5 or 10 people, that's what they do with their free time. What a pathetic existence, indeed. I can't be around it. It's so sad. I banned it immediately because it's so sad. I just get into a depressive tizzy when I think about somebody living that life. It really is a sad thing for a human to do. It's like a childish thing, too. It's like a child will get negative attention because negative attention is better than any attention. But these are grown men and women doing it. Mostly men, let's be real. Social media rot indeed. Israel or Palestine? Neither. I'm a one-state solution guy. Immediate UN peacekeeping force provides an interim transitional government. A coalition government of Palestinians and Jews is created. The UN remains on the streets to enforce the end of entirely the end of sectarian violence and Zionism and Islamism in the new Israel-Palestine co-state. As soon as that violence is tamped down and the coalition government is on its feet, the United Nations leaves. That is what I support. No more apartheid, no more walls, no more hypocrisy, no more pretending you're two different people. We're all people. And if you want our support, you join together and have a coalition government and you stop with this butchery and nonsense. That's the only thing I support. Dang, I need to read more. You sure enough do. A lot of people do. I need to read more. But I read a lot. Was your dad in the Army? Yes, he was. He missed the draft by 1 year. My dad is 1 year too young to have been drafted into Vietnam. I'm very lucky, but my dad was an Army officer. He was a vet tech and a medic in the Army. What do you recommend reading? Anything you can get your hands on. Anything that sounds remotely interesting to you, go get lost in it. I can give you a list of things that I get lost in. It's a pretty rote list for a lot of people. Anything Stephen King, especially his older work, pick that up, man. That's good reading. SPQR by Mary Beard is a beautiful retelling of Roman history. It's historical nonfiction. There's also a great book called Death in the Haymarket that's about the labor revolution in the United States and the Gilded Age post-Civil War. Great read. There's a book called Stonewall that's about the trans uprising at the Stonewall in New York. Three Body Problem, I read that last year for the first time. It's a 3-book series, some of the greatest sci-fi I've read. Aldous Huxley. If you like poetry and stuff, you can read Bukowski, you can read Hemingway, you can read Walt Whitman. Shakespeare is one of my favorite things to read, especially if you take the time to learn how to kind of translate in your mind from the Old English of Shakespeare to kind of more modern language. It becomes this like open book. It's just like a beautiful thing. My favorite poet, if you like poetry, is Pablo Neruda. I really recommend you read his stuff. Pablo Neruda. You like John Milton? I'm not super familiar with Milton. I think Milton was a religious writer, right? Not super familiar. Way good. I took notes. Cool. Take one more note down. Read Ishmael by Daniel Quinn. It's a great book, easy to read, and it might change your perspective. If you're a person that supports war and intervention, I recommend that you read Johnny Got His Gun by Dalton Trumbo. That book changed my life and made me an anti-war advocate for life. I will never, ever, ever advocate for a war after reading that book, and I think if you read it, you might feel the same. Fuck what? Johnny Got His Gun has a movie. Yeah, the movie's not great. I really recommend you read the book. The book is visceral. The book is impossible to put down. I also recommend, if you like A Clockwork Orange, the Kubrick film, that you read the original Anthony Burgess novel. It's one of my favorite novels. It's a little different from the book. I think you'll find that the wordplay is real fun. So Anthony Burgess's A Clockwork Orange is a great book. If you want something like deep and contemplative and sweeping, like 1 Million Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. I think it's 1,000 Years of Solitude, sorry. Gabriel Garcia Marquez, one of the most emotionally evocative books ever, one of the most beautiful books ever written, in my opinion. And that's just a few, that's just off the top of my head, I don't know. Yeah, Dune. I recommend people read the first Dune novel, and if they liked it, you might want to skip until God Emperor of Dune and read that. You don't really need to read the interim ones, and I don't think they're all that great, to be honest with you. I don't like Dune Messiah, Children of Dune, Chapter House. That came after God Emperor, but yeah. But I like the first Dune novel. I think it's one of the most brilliant sci-fi novels ever, and God Emperor is just the craziest book I've ever read. It's a fantastic book. Wish I knew how to read. You can teach yourself. Is Dune okay? Yeah, Dune's really good. The first, like I said, first novel, skip the rest, read God Emperor after the first novel. You'll thank me later. I just saved you a lot of fucking time rolling your eyes through what aren't great novels. You have anything to say about George Burns? Oh God, you devil. I've been to George Burns's grave. I think it's my uncle is buried in the same cemetery as him. And so I saw his grave once when I was younger. George Burns was just an old comedian, old-timey comedian. God Emperor is not a standalone book, but it explains the things that you miss in Dune Messiah and Children of Dune way better than those books do. I have a favorite King novel. I know it's rote, but that's the first one I read. I read it when I was like 7 or 8 years old, and it fucking blew my mind. I probably read that book 10 times. I love audiobooks, yeah, I do. I like going to sleep listening to audiobooks. Right now, when I lay down to go to sleep, I'm listening to the I think it's 48 Laws of Power. Interesting book. Bum 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 bum. Dune is not that great, to be honest. Different strokes for different folks, man. Some people are too dumb to get it, and that's okay, man. You can't really help it. You touch Cormac McCarthy? No. You should go back on Drunken Peasants. I'd be happy to. Nobody's ever invited me. Never once been reached out to like by the guys on DP and said, hey, you want to do an old-timey show? I'd do it. Why the fuck not? Nobody cares to invite. I ain't gonna impose myself on it. It's not my show no more, so. But yeah, I'd fucking do that shit. Yeah, I'm still chill with Billy. I mean, friends is a big word. I don't have a lot of people I call friends that I don't talk to that often, but I talked to Billy just the other day. He's a great guy. I really like him a lot. I think he's a cool cat. I just don't like throwing that friendship word around because I have very few of those. But Billy's a nice guy. He's always been awesome. A great guy to work with. Really funny. Really smart. And I like spending time with him, and I think he's good at his job. They just CGI Bob's face younger and let him play with himself? Oh? What are we talking about again here, boys? What degeneracy have we fallen face first into this time? Because I don't know that I'm ready for it. I'm gonna smoke this bowl and then I'm going inside. Because fuck you guys, man. I'm kidding. Doesn't have to be that. I don't have to be that brawlic. This was a brawlic show, but sometimes it's got to be this way, man. I get frustrated, man. I've been doing this 13 years, and it's like, I feel like year to year, people in the chat are just getting dumber and dumber and dumber, and I'm tired of just like watching it happen and saying nothing and just ignoring it and shit. So it had to be that way tonight, and it might be that way a few more times. I don't know. I do have a favorite Beatles song, Norwegian Wood. Lord have mercy. That was the one. That was the one. Good night.